Some told me to sing more and just rap less. The others said rap more, you should sing less. Maybe you should get a pink dress, be an actress. I just wanna be myself, act less. Not wearing a dun sat on the sad steps. So tell me where the fun's at and the bank checks. Oh, I'm done, man, I'ma snap next. Yeah, I got this like a hostage. Let me pop shit, you're not it. You're a lost kid. In my optics, pop quick as a hop skip. On my opposite, sick.
There you go. Loud enough, that's fine. We'll pick it up on all the mics. What's going on?
What's happening out there, man?
Is everyone comfy? Everyone settled in to their chairs? You don't need to like fidget during the ride?
I think so.
It's a bit of a wrong thing to say, isn't it, when there's four guys in the room? Do you know what I mean? But anyways, we'll move past that.
If someone farts.
Hey, if anyone farts, right, you need to call it just so we know, do you know what I mean? Which way to like turn around. Is that you? You done it already?
No, not yet.
There we...
Feedback.
No, we're good. So give me some.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, he sounds alive. Sam, you sounding alive?
Yep. I can hear myself, Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
Good. Excellent.
So welcome everyone to Parked Up Anywhere podcast.
I thought you were going. I thought I was going to do the intro this time.
No,
You said that last time.
I want to do the intro this time.
He has to go.
I'll do the intro.
Go on.
You
feel comfortable?
I didn't get ready.
Welcome to the Parked Up. Was it me? It's me.
It's you.
Parked Up Anywhere podcast. This is Bobby.
I'm Larry.
And today we're joined.
But wait. There's more. There's one more guy. We have to, because he's not a guest anymore, so technically you kind of have to introduce yourself as one of the co-hosts.
My name's Iconic.
That's weak. I need something. Right, you're Bobby. I'm Larry.
Iconic.
There you go. That's it. There we have it.
Parked Up Anywhere. We're in a discreet location today.
We're just parked up anywhere, bro.
Parked Up Anywhere. That's the name of the pod. And we're with what I like to class as one of probably, I'd say, UK's most emerging talents out there right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a great EP out there last year. But
Iconic is great. Yes, give it up.
You're talking about Iconic today.
Today
we're talking about SHAKK, Ride Magazine's Artist of the Year.
Can I just say one thing though, SHAKK? Because
Fam,
can I just say one thing before we get into that?
Bobby Friction mentioned this guy, man. Bobby Friction told the world about this guy.
There you go.
You don't sleep on Bobby Friction, you know what I mean?
Can I just say one thing though before we get into
Honoured to meet him, man. Honestly, I've been a bit quiet since I came and settling in and stuff.
He's got the questions ready, bro.
I wanted to keep it for the. I wanted to keep it all for the pod. You know what I mean? But real honour to meet you. Same as when we met Iconic for the first time and stuff in it.
Nah, we did that once with him. Forget that guy. He's all right. You're just there, bro. You're just there, bro.
Real
I love it.
Hard tight SHAKK, you know.
That's it, man.
What's good? No, but that's the whole reason. Obviously, Iconic's here. But I think from now on, I think it's just turns up the places. But can we just one thing, SHAKK, right?
Yeah.
With everyone that we've had so far, it's always been like it's Iconic. Do you know what I'm saying? But with yours, it's just SHAKK.
It's just one syllable.
Do you know what I mean? Like SHAKK.
SHAKK.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Double K.
But of course, but you can't. Like, okay, SHAKK. Do you know what I mean? It can't be like that. So it's just SHAKK, isn't it?
It's just SHAKK.
But SHAKK Attack, as I like to call it, because I need that second bit of it. So no, SHAKK, what's going on, man? Obviously, it's a pleasure to have you on the podcast in this discreet location that we don't know where we are.
It's got good views here. It's nice to.
It's nice, yeah. I like it.
We're abiding by all rules and stuff like that, so we don't need to say that. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know how well you can hear this behind the mask, but No, obviously we are 4 man deep in here, so
All tested.
Absolutely. Well. Tested, yeah, absolutely we are. Yeah. No, SHAKK, obviously, like I said, we are here tonight to just have a little chat, really. What's going on with you? How's it going? Do you know what I mean? Why'd you have to make it very formal and shit?
Just all good. Nice to see you both, and Sam is Iconic as always. Just been chilling, making music, doing just same shit, different day.
How do you know what it is, right? Because obviously we live in the midst of it now. We live amongst it, so we have to actually ask this question, right? Like with the pandemic that's going on, how has that affected you? Has that affected you? Because you still putting music out. Iconic still putting music out. Like, is it really affecting that much, or like what's missing from that?
Yeah, what's the feeling?
I'd say overall, like you can get through it, but like it just depends where you're at with your music, like. Yeah, so there'll be people like right now in their prime, just about you got to think of those type of people as well. Like they're just being halted.
Oh, absolutely.
They can still release music, which is great, but like there was also like like doing shows is a big part of music, especially like a lot of us. I can speak for myself. Like I love performing.
Yeah, I've seen you perform. So obviously, I know that sort of that's why I ask.
Financially, like, sorry for asking if you don't want to, but do you financially gain more for the shows?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So obviously, a show is going to impact you, and
Yeah.
all people in your genre and stuff, people doing what you're doing, relying on shows, and now
Yeah.
you can't do it. What's the backup for you? Is it to just release more tracks, or
Yeah, well, regardless of what the situation is, like it could be World War III right now, and we'd still be releasing music. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like we survive, like we adapt. But obviously, like when let's say like you wanted to get on a big, like you have to wait again, and there's another year. So say if you like to some people at certain points in their life or whatever, like that's another year added to.
Yeah, no, of course. And
to waiting or like you know what I mean. So it has its tests, but at the end of the day, we still doing what we love, making music. The good thing about it now, like 2020, 2021.
2021, mate. Yeah, hey, whoa! Can we not bring 2020? Right, 2020 is banned from this podcast. All right, that's it. No more 2020
like
here.
the good thing about like this modern ages or era or whatever is that you can just make music wherever, wherever you can put it out.
You released an EP last year, obviously.
Yeah, this
last year.
Oh
2020, get me.
2020 was last year, bro. Obviously, we're like 7-8 days in, but you know.
Last year, yeah. So
that's how we catch our guests.
And then Iconic released an album, so like it just shows, like regardless of the situation, you're going to be pushing through making music because that's like like.
But that's what's keeping you going,
that's the essence of it, isn't it? Just creating the music. It doesn't. The rest of it's a bonus. Like if you really love the music, you just make it for one person, two people, three. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you carry on. You make it in a way. You make it for yourself, isn't it? Like as much as you're making it for others, but you're making it for yourself because that's your escape. That's that's Sam's escape and stuff like that. So
well, I don't mean to like interject with a random one, but you're saying World War III, fam. Our listeners don't know the Capitol thing that happened recently.
Oh yeah,
the storm in the Capitol.
That's
like some World War III.
Damn, straight up in there, bro. Do you know what I mean? No even warning.
What's your thoughts on that? Like, did you see it all unfold and stuff?
It's like I've got like I checked the news on at night. Like I've got this. It's called AP News. I don't know if like he's ever.
Associated Press, isn't it?
It's like an independent, like a bit of so it's just a bit more of a
frontline action style.
Yeah, it's a bit more unbiased, even though like you see like there's a lot of Trump hate on there, but like it's very mostly unbiased news. So like, I'll have a flick on that every night, and I've seen that. I think it was last night or the night before. I was like, fuck, shit's going down.
It's going down.
But like it always has been going down, innit?
What's
for me, it's karma. Like for me, it's karma.
I think I put a post out on Parked Up Anywhere saying that what's happened to America right now, literally they deserve it because no. I would say that because at the end of the day, mate, like they're fucking up the world and stuff like that with all this bullshit.
Okay, in that sense,
I'm not even talking about just Trump. I'm talking like in general. Like Trump is like another addition to what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? So what's happening to America? It's actually well deserved. It was something that has to happen. It has to happen, bro. It has to happen. You can't. Every empire will fall, and America is unfortunately due its date. That's all I have to say. That's all I'm saying on that. Do you know what I mean? Quote me on it. I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, that's the way I feel about it. I know Shaq's got some thoughts over here because to be
honest, like if I'm completely honest, like I've kind of disconnected. I've disconnected myself from a lot of things. Like I just haven't. Just this lockdown and everything, I just disconnected myself from the politics and stuff. I still look into what I want to look into and stuff, and I still keep partially like up to, I like to take in information all the time, but at the same time I've disconnected myself from most of the Trump and shit, because at the end of the day, like people quick to bash Trump, but like what's
actually happening in it?
And then what's the alternative? Like the alternative was at the time, like when there was that campaign before it was Clinton, wasn't it? Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck is actually going on? So like everyone's bashing one person, but there's no substitute there ready. So everyone's just quick to jump on bandwagons, and even though like people deserve to get bashed, don't get me wrong, but then like where's the afterthoughts after that? Where's the progression in
you're absolutely right though, mate, because obviously like you said, you're quick to bash, but the thing is, it's like these sorts of people that put themselves in that situation, they follow a career path where they obviously have to be on TV, and they're basically they're judged by the people, isn't it? But I know what you mean. Like there's too much of like Trump bashing, but there's not enough like well, like you said, what's the alternative?
Yeah, so even people are like looking at Biden, like that's who. And it just
it's sad. It's sad to see. It's sad to see.
That's loads of stuff on YouTube about this guy. It's like
what's that girl's name? The girl that's going to be like his second in command.
Kamala Harris.
Have you seen her like campaign against him for the last 4 years?
Against Biden.
Biden, calling him like a molester and predator and that. She was saying all that, but now they're stood hand to hand.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
So
when
you look at it all, you're like, you know what, this is all a facade. This is all just people trying to get into certain. Yeah, exactly. It's just a bunch of people trying to get in certain positions and doing whatever they have to do to get into it.
This is also why I disconnect from this shit, because like that, the front face of politics, like that's not the real politics.
No,
like,
of course
they're not the people that make the. Honestly, it's all like people. So like, without getting into it,
say it. No,
like
get
you're looking
into
at
it,
the face of politics, like your private, they mean fucking shit to me.
They're nothing.
Like, they mean shit to me because there's people pulling their strings.
Yeah.
Like it's where they're getting paid the donations, all that shit, mate, to go into these things to make decisions. They're just.
But that's it. I mean, how do these people go into power? Do you know what I mean? Like they have to accept donations from donors in a sense. You know, it's like, well, you know, what do these people do?
No one knows who.
Exactly. What do these people do? Oh, he raised 13 million. Wait, what? What do you mean in 1 year? How do you do that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why isn't everyone doing that? But you can't because obviously it's literally the friends that you're with, really, isn't it? But I totally get you though, Shaq. It isn't. This is literally just the face of it. This is just the front of it. Do you know what I mean? It's everyone going on in the background, you know, like typing away and shit like that.
The British government, like
every government.
We have a parliament, then you got the House of Lords.
House of Lords. Never mind the Commons. It's the Lords that I'm questioning. Like, wait a minute, you've got no reason to be there. All right then, because your dad was who?
Yeah. Honestly, like the more you look into it, the more you just realise, fuck, man.
This is why I never enjoyed when I did politics in college. Right. This is why I never enjoyed UK politics, because it was too much of this. Oh well, his dad actually died, and that's why he got the seat. And it's like, well,
it's
like, when I lived in London, right? When I lived in London, I spent a lot of time in Ladbroke Grove, right? And perfect place in West London, right? Because you just see both ends of the spectrum. So I had friends with like rich. So there was, I don't want to mention his name, but his dad was a lord. Right, but he was the coolest guy ever. He even done work in Palestine and things like that. This guy was but his dad was a lord, right? How do you? What the fuck? But then I'm in the hood basically, like in the fucking on the estate and that. But
it's the other end. You're right.
One road is like mega rich, like where you can almost not fathom how rich they are. I thought I knew rich when I was up here, but the people that I've knew that are rich, it's a different rich.
Different rich. That's some oil rich right there. That's what that is.
So like, whereas you see both ends of the spectrum, where like you go down one road, it's like fucking the hood, and then you go down the other road, it's just a rich, like a amount of wealth you can't fathom. But like that's this is the world we live in.
How old were you when you were living in London?
I moved there when I was 17.
Damn.
Yeah, so I spent a few years there. Yeah, like 2-3 years. I think 2.5 years.
Are you from like the northeast?
No, yeah. I was born in Belfast.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was born in Belfast.
Hey yo! Shout out to Belfast, by the way. Get in there. Go on, lad.
That's good. No,
it's different places, isn't it? It's different places. Like I'm Albanian. Do you know what I'm saying? You've got a Polish heritage. This guy's got an Asian heritage.
I'm actually Polish.
You are Polish. Yeah, sorry. You are Polish. You are Polish.
So is that because of like an army thing or something?
No, just my dad was just there. Like he ended up there. Yeah, he was doing work in Belfast. Then I moved to Middlesbrough like when I was still a kid. Like
oh right, okay, I see.
I have no like real memory of Belfast.
I get you.
But it's cool when you think of Belfast to Middlesbrough.
Real quick. Durham Tees Valley, bro. You know, connect them straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? But no, that's actually quite good though, because it's nice to hear that. Obviously, you know, you may have done interviews before where that's something that's been asked, but it's just nice.
No, actually, never has been asked.
There you go. Like there you go. So exclusive on Parked Up Anywhere podcast. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's a good question.
There we go. No, that's good. That's really nice. That's so like in London. I mean, was that a bit too much? Because I've been in London. Obviously, everyone's been in London. It's like
I could never.
How do you feel? How do you feel about London?
So like it was nice for me, because what happened was I moved. My dad, when he was 17, he lived in Willesden Green, and that's where I moved to at 17 as well. Nice. So it was almost like shit, like
deja vu in a way.
Yeah, it's like it was nice in a way. Like this is what my dad lived at, this like at the same age. I was like,
that's crazy.
Going down the same road. So like that was. I forgot what the question is because I just went into like
no, that's good. No, that's London. How do you feel about London?
But so I moved there. I moved there. I wanted to start college. I lived up here basically, like, just quick backstory. I was up here doing no good, friends up to no good. It was like only a few paths for me. I was like, shit, like I need to go
elsewhere.
I want to do music. I love music. It was like my ticket in it. Like it was just something that kept me, like, yeah, it was something that I did.
You did music down when you were down south, or when?
I did music up north as well, but I just started getting into rap. And then I was like, fuck this, I'm going down. I went down. I had an interview for the college thing. I Lee Walker he's called, right? I took his beat down. I pretended I made the beat. So I took.
Damn, that's another exclusive figure right there. You know what I'm
Because I
saying?
wanted to get on the level 3 course.
Even your favourite rapper, do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Even your favourite rapper does that. So.
Basically, I never made beats, so he made a beat for me to rap to back in the day. I used that beat. It was like, I made this beat. I think the guy he knew I'd never made that beat, because the more he asked, I was like, it went from me making the beat to me like being like, oh, but I kind of just suggested this, you know, like it just went down that road, right? So he put me on the level 2 course. The reason I wanted to go on it anyway, it was because it was a condensed course, so the level 3 was only 1 year, and the level 2, so you could do 2 and 3 in 2 years, where here you could only do the level 3 would have took you 2 years.
Right, I see. So you would have done both of them.
I wanted to go on that level 3 course, do it
straight
in a year,
away,
bang it out.
I get you.
So I went there, fake beat, not my beat, boom, he clocked me, put me on level 2 anyway. I was grateful.
Hey, that's sick. Hey, bro, do you know what I mean? It was a creative lie. I like it. Do you know what I mean?
Because level 1 was basically like the first year of level 2 there, so you could have put me on level 1.
Yeah,
you know,
if you wanted
and
to.
now I would have been in London for like.
He was like, this guy has the balls to come in here with a stolen beat. Do you know what? Level 2 it is for you, son. My son is level 2, my son. Do you know what I mean? All that shit.
The benefit of the doubt, like, and then I had to start college shortly after, so I found somewhere to rent a proper shithole.
I don't even want to ask, bro. I don't even want to ask, because like I can only imagine. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I had to rent it on the day before I went to college, so I was 17. Worse. City, I didn't know anyone there. Got the room.
Like, where the fuck am I here?
I was like, how the fuck do I even get to this college? Like, the college was in Ladbroke Grove. The funny thing is, I see before I went, didn't know nothing about Ladbroke Grove before then. Obviously, like now it's like a second home. But like
AJ TRACEY and everything.
I'll get to that as well. So basically, I seen a brochure, like a picture of this Ladbroke Grove College. It was Kensington Chelsea College, and it must have took it from a different college in actual Chelsea or some shit. Because when we located this place, it was like, find it, go up fucking Latimer Road or whatever, I can't remember what it's called. And then it was like, that's the college. It was fucked. I was like, fuck.
Jesus, imagine doing that.
It was fucked.
Imagine doing that when you're on drugs, isn't it? Like, where
I was like, shit. It looked like, I can't remember, there was like a program on fucking Trouble. Remember Trouble?
Hang Time, man.
It was like the courtyard of like Hang Time or something, City High or some shit. I can't remember what it was called. I was like, shit. But like, yeah.
Shout out to the college.
Just stuck to it, man. Just went there. Went there the next day. Just met people. Like I met like Wax, and then Free introduced me to who you know as AJ TRACEY. So like, all Ladbroke Grove in it. So we were all similar ages. So
that's sick as hell.
Yeah. So like it led to things, and I met like one of my best mates. He was like a brother to me, like the best freestyler ever. Like, and being around him actually, like obviously Wax. He had the studio, so we all used to go in it. But,
nice.
But there was one particular freestyler, right? And being around him made me want to it took me from, I used to think I was good, and then I realised I wasn't, and being around people that could spit, just really like...
What was the freestyler?
It helps, it absolutely helps.
Asylum Minister.
Asylum Minister.
Hey, that's alright, that's a cool name. Is he still doing things?
Because like in the college, they're
still doing anything? Or?
Do you know what? Out of touch with him at the moment, so like I can't connect. I can't find his number, anything like that.
That's a shame.
Brothers, mate. Like,
if any of our listeners are listening,
but give him a shout out again, and we'll tag him somewhere.
We used to be skint in London, right? We used to the place called Sam's. We used to go £2, right? For £2 you get 2 fillet burgers, so we used to go 2 for 2 at Sam's. Like that we used to be, and we used to like just fucking. We used to have pennies sometimes, pennies and shit. Like, but he used to sleep on my floor in this shithole. That's how fucking this guy was. Like this guy
London? Is this guy Cockney?
He slept on the floor.
You shared your pudding with him, man.
The first week I slept in this shithole, right? I had scratches, floorboards, rats, and I couldn't sleep, mate. And then
were you living like Charlie of Sunny?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I can't remember. I've watched a few of the episodes, mate. Oh yeah, basically like in his janitor, mate. It was bad. It was in a house share, but the rest of the house didn't have carpets. The what? It was bad.
Yeah.
That's how bad this place was, by the way. You know?
It was bad. And this guy slept on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
But in our college there was sick people, right? And we all used to rap. So everyone used to freestyle and shit. And obviously I was the northerner. And like,
I was just gonna say, man, how would it feel to be like a northerner in downtown? Because obviously you've got your experience being a flipping northerner and going to.
I mean, my experience is just fully being like an immigrant in a completely different country, rapping in my second language. So it's a bit wild. But
how does that feel? That northern accent, that northern twang, and going up against
which we know you've been working on, by the way. Like,
I've actively tried to sound more British. Like I've actively tried it just because. Yeah. Like I don't know.
Like you actually try and drop the northern bits.
No, not necessarily like that, but
there's a big thing.
More of a British accent, like of.
But British slang, British accent. I just want I've tried so hard to find my own identity. Like I was taken from from Poland before I actually managed to develop a proper identity. Yeah. And then I found like reggae and dancehall. I found hip hop, and then that just became me. Like
So that's what you learn off, isn't it? That's what you learn off.
Yeah. Northern, like I don't belong to where I live.
Yeah, I guess.
Sick at the same time.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, mate. But the thing is, right? As much as you're trying to like get into that northern accent or British accent, but the fact that you have the different accent, I think that's what obviously makes you different and unique. Do you know what I mean?
It's a double-edged sword because then people think that I put it on.
It doesn't matter. What does it matter? They listen to your music. They listen to your music, innit?
That's also the difference in it. That's your unique bit. That's your USP.
And
no one can do that.
And the fact that
do that, can they?
Exactly, and the fact that obviously that you're on you could be on a podcast and people just hear your voice, they know that's just you. So it's like there's no debate on whether you're putting on or faking it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But look, regardless, it's a unique voice, and then that's why we like.
The reason I was asking is obviously because like.
But being in London with a proper northern accent, that must be mad.
That's it.
Was it like what?
It was heavy. It was heavy when it SHAKK. It was heavy when it.
Was it like a northerner?
Well, so the college I was in, basically they put all the levels of music together and the dance people. And all, we all were in one big hall for an icebreaker, and I'm telling you, it was bare people, and I'm thinking to myself, what have I done? Like, I'm in the middle of London, like, I don't even know how to get back home, like, I don't even know where my home is.
Did you know the postcode?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know a single soul in here. I'm looking around this circle, I'm like, fuck my life. Everyone's introducing themselves. Then you have to go around do this, like, icebreaker thing, so everyone's swapping seats, which, thinking of it, that's how the people that I bonded with the most during them icebreakers went on to be like my best mates.
Yeah, but that's it, innit?
It was like one lad, Charlie, he was from Barnet, he was like a white guy, but he was like, like Jack
Barnet.
Yeah, he come, I was like, icebreaker was like, do you know where to get the weed from, you know what I mean?
Sick. That is the best one. That is the best one. Yes, that's a university line. That's a college and a university line. That's what that is.
After me down there, he used to take me up Barnet, where up there it reminded me more of like down here, you know what I mean, where there was more like the lads. So like he introduced me. I've seen so many different sides to London. I'm actually very grateful for the full experience. But then went round like met Wax and then different people. Just met so many different people. But like, and then it's just being comfortable being yourself more than anything. The worst thing to do is shut up. You have to be yourself. Be confident in your character.
So that's definitely clear on your tracks and all. And everything that we've listened to and I listen to. You've got your own flow in it. That's you being yourself.
You don't change. Yeah, you don't change that. You don't change that. Which is nice because to, like for me. There's obviously there's another rapper from the northeast. It's Letty, isn't it? Like Letty. Yeah. She's got a very strong accent as well. But like the thing is with her, like she can pull it off. Do you know what I mean? She can do that triple time. She can get onto that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's nice that people are sticking to it rather than obviously like you said trying to fake something or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it is.
Her penmanship.
Exactly. And look, and I appreciate that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's something it like may not be my sort of style, but like you know. Are we losing lighters here again? Is that what we're doing here? Like, I'm sick of playing this game with y'all. I think I've pocketed one of your lighters. Yeah, I totally have pocketed one of your lighters.
Oh, you mad one.
Look, the thing is, right, you put lighters near me, I put them in my pocket.
Being a northerner, that's
sorry, I was just, let me just quickly finish. Sorry, that it may not be like my sort of style of music, but the fact that she can do that, like, I can't do that. Like, so the only thing I can think of is like, damn, that is good. I like it. Do you know what I'm saying? I like what she's putting down. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, it's that northern accent that obviously you stick with, which is really nice to hear on tracks. You know what I mean? Like, too many London guys.
So like, being down there and being around like everyone was spitting. So like, and in the college, it was almost like every day was like those battles going on in the courtyard and all sorts. So it was like, and then just rapping, and it was bare people that just did it since they were kids. These come from like families where they just brought up on rap.
Yeah.
There was families where they were brought up on this shit. Where up here,
on the culture, isn't it? It's the culture more than just the music.
And it's thriving. It belongs there. It was like it's where it thrives.
So how come it's not I would display our county or our area as the weakest, innit?
One of them.
Yeah.
Definitely strong.
Not in any fault because of you guys or anything. Obviously, you guys are trying your hardest and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in terms of like exposure and actually wanting them to do well. Like
it's if you
Birmingham have been hit, Manchester, maybe a couple
Liverpool.
Leeds, Newcastle, maybe not. You know what I mean? And
if you want to look like when it really boils down to it, one of the factors has to be it's up here. It's predominantly white families and stuff that hip hop is not part. They weren't listening to hip hop at the barbecues and shit like that.
No,
you know what I mean?
no,
Where
no.
you're
It's
looking
very
at
rare. It's
London,
very rare.
Birmingham,
Isn't it?
there's a big Caribbean, African communities. There's places where
it's a melting
they
pot,
love
really,
the
isn't it?
music,
Yeah.
they live with the music, they breathe the music. They're brought up on it, they're raised on it. All of that shit. Well, up here, like the kids are brought up listening to different music. There's nothing wrong with any of this, by the way, being brought up.
No, of course not.
It's just like one of the reasons why it's starting it's starting because there's new generations are brought up on rap and this, that and the other. Now you're seeing it becoming more
barriers have been broken even up here, isn't it? Like it's finally reached the northeast in that sense, you know what I mean? I still feel like we're a few years behind. But do you know what I'm saying? Like compared to the rest of the
thing is, why are we a few years behind?
Also, you got to think
like, bangers going out.
No, you got to think 10 years ago the rappers in that weren't making that much money.
Sunrays, if that was released by someone else, you'd be hearing it. No gassing, I'm not even like gassing.
Yeah, someone not from the northeast, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
You know what I mean?
But what's happening right now, like this is the stages where, like, regardless I've got full faith in the fact that me and SHAKK are gonna make it with music, but regardless, like what we do now will set the foundation for everyone else. Like we're playing a big part in something that not necessarily exists or people don't even want it to exist.
It's breaking stigmas and boundaries. It's like literally because of the accent. It's the accent. It's unheard of, and you got to think London has just started trending in the last 5 whatever years. There was people that have been grinding popular to us, but they weren't making money like they're making money now.
Now
they're becoming millionaires in the UK off rap.
They were all on the streets in a brick wall behind them and hustling.
There was very few people. So that's just that when we were 10 years ago, London wasn't a big thing like that. It was more of a bubbling undersea.
It was ready to go. It was ready to go.
There'd be some crossovers into mainstream, but it wasn't where the whole world had their eyes on. The whole world has its eyes on London.
Have you guys heard the Gigs and B.O.B. song?
Yeah, back in the day.
Gigs and B.O.B. linked up back in the day. That was big. That was big. I remember when that happened because like that's when I was starting to get into like UK hip hop. And when that dropped, I was just like, wow, mad. That's like a big step. That's a big step. I thought that was going to break England through. I was just like, this is... B.O.B. was coming off Airplanes with Eminem. Like, that's one of the biggest songs of all time. Like,
absolutely.
A beast in his own right.
Until you started believing in Flat Earth.
So what do you think? What do you think the breakthrough was then, SHAKK? Like
for the UK?
Yeah, like London, like you said, it was bubbling and then it just popped.
It's many things. It's like nothing. Like although some things happen overnight, it doesn't take. Like it took.
It wasn't actually overnight. It wasn't actually overnight.
You got to think it goes, but you have to give homage to like. To bare people right from the beginning, like you got to give homage to the people that were doing garage. You got to give homage to like London Posse and
Rodney P and all
Rodney P. You got to give homage to all the grime, the grime crews that were doing it at the beginning. Like they just pushed a whole different. They took it to a different place. Now the drill people take it to a different place. There's people. It's just it takes a lot of breakthroughs, and then that's what's happening right now. And you might see people doing little things, right? But it's all leading into. To like a
something absolutely no you're right, you're absolutely right. Do you know what it is with like I said we are a few years behind and stuff like that, but it is happening because it is obviously because of guys like you and many more as well. Do you know what I mean? That we personally know some of them, obviously some we don't just yet, but like, you know, we've heard the music, we know that there's something good's coming out of it. Do you know what I mean? Because you guys aren't talking about like, you know, Lamborghinis and shit like that. Obviously I know you've got the line on that, but that when you listen to the full track, it's like it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole it's the concept of the song. But no, you're absolutely right.
What's real,
for me,
you're talking about what's happening.
But that's real. Like Lamborghinis are real. It's just it's not necessarily.
It's
real
not part
to
of your
us,
lifestyle right
but
now,
like,
yeah.
But to these people, like a lot of the times, like for 2021, I gave myself a resolution. I'm not listening to broke rappers. Which might mean I'm never gonna listen to my own music. But I'm just saying that like I'm trying to listen to Nipsey Hussle. I'm trying to listen to people who are gonna motivate me. Like I want to hear about that Lamborghini. I want to hear about that Lamborghini because I want to get my dad that Lamborghini, and I want to know how it feels. I want to manifest this, and like and that's the thing. Like there's space for all these types of music, and in my personal opinion, UK hip hop. Or overall, the UK music scene is going to be the biggest scene in the world in the next 10 years. It's going to take over US. US is already borrowing styles and things from the UK, and it's slowly emerging. Like we are already deciding what's happening in the hip hop space.
And do you know what the funny thing is? Sorry, the funny thing is that they're using it as nostalgia and stuff like that. Oh yeah, we'll just use a UK beat, but then like you said, by the time they know it, it's taken over. Do you know what I mean? It's literally taken over.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. I tell you who's there's been bare crossover now with UK and American artists, but my favourite person to do it is actually A$AP Rocky, because he's just done one with Slow Tie as well. They always seem the most organic when he does it, but there's bare people that are doing it now, and it's becoming a thing.
Yeah.
It's just starting to bubble up where you're going to start seeing
A$AP Rocky actually lives.
I think they didn't start it, but
Like
they set a standard.
Yeah.
You know, A$AP Rocky and Skep the Tune, that sets a standard because it showed that both blends can work.
Both
It wasn't
of them,
forced.
They made two tunes actually, you know.
Both tunes.
Oh yeah, they
They
got
have
another
two
one.
songs.
Yeah.
They have like an older one, but
sure they have
A$AP
more as
Rocky
well.
actually has a house in London. So when he was recording his Long Live A$AP album, the Allah album, he was actually living in London, and one of the people that lends their vocals all over the album was a busker that he just found randomly on busking on the busker didn't even know who A$AP Rocky was.
Oh,
he's just there like,
shit.
oh, you're sick, we're going to the studio, and like this
Let's
is
get
like
this done.
yeah,
Let's get this
this is
done.
kind of
Ah,
the story.
shit, that is good.
And
That is good.
the busker, I think his name starts with M or something, but like he lends so many vocals to the actual album.
Nice.
I think his vocals are even on that LSD song.
Yeah.
You know, the
I love LSD,
LSD. Yeah, and like and so he just got someone from
And
London,
A$AP
but he was
Rocky.
rubbing shoulders with Skepta and everyone for a long time, so that's probably why it's so organic.
Yeah.
Like same with Drake. Like Drake really loves the music.
Yeah,
When he
yeah,
comes
yeah,
over here, you will see him at like a
Yeah, he
Losky
came
show
out with
or like
Section Boys,
Harlem
didn't he, or-
Spartans. Like he's just like listening to it all, man. So, but that's when it works. Like, but it will get to a point where I don't know. Like for me, Katy Perry can't have a record, like a big record, without having a rapper on it. Like that's how much power hip hop holds.
No, it
now.
did. It changed. It
Yeah.
changed music, man. It really changed. Like it changed music as we know it. Like you said,
Yeah.
all the features now, they're not like some ballad singers. They literally are rappers or R&B singers. You know what I'm
maybe
saying?
something like
Like
you
biggest
guys
Katy
need,
Perry
like maybe
tunes?
Katy Perry or something. Like, maybe not a Katy Perry, but like an A$AP Rocky coming out and instead of going straight
not
for the
necessarily.
win,
I don't think the
I'm not
cosigns.
saying need, but
Yeah,
you
the
know what I mean?
cosigns can only get you so far. I think.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it with gigs, the fact that he managed to get 2 songs on a Drake album. And then keep doing his thing, because that didn't change nothing. It's another day in the office.
What's that
like
Liverpool
for him.
rapper that gigs like had a few tunes? What's it?
A-Star? Yeah, I love A-Star. I love that. That's someone I would love
Because
to
the
make a
gigs I
tune
heard
with
of
one
him
day.
though, innit?
Yeah,
That kind of thing.
yeah. But like that's because it's what you get. Like a cosign can only get you so far. Like
Yeah.
I've seen so many people get like cosigns from big artists, and just nothing really happened because they couldn't keep that momentum going.
No, you're right. Like you said, in a way, like you said, it's not. We're not ready in it. Like that. That's if that happened. That's what you're saying in it. Like no one's ready to keep up that momentum just yet. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
No, I think if you gave either of us a chance, we've got.
Should we use this as a little shout out there? See what I want. Do you know what I mean?
Katy
Use it-
Perry.
well,
I'm your
maybe-
guy.
okay.
I'm your guy.
Let's get Katy Perry on that. I thought we were going to talk about other
I
rappers,
don't know why
man.
we said Katy Perry.
Anyway, yeah, no,
That's
no, because obviously she's big and she had all that stuff going on
But I get
and
what you
whatnot.
mean,
So
like,
her
you
biggest
know
tunes
what,
was Juicy J and Snoop Dogg.
There's no like definitive way to do anything. Like all these things just help in
Yeah, yeah,
collaborate.
yeah.
Or,
Like you said, it could
at
be
the
a
end of
flop.
the day, you have to make fucking good music, or you have to have something about
Yeah.
you. These days, it's not always about content, is it? But you have to have something about you. But
That's the thing, is it feels like it's harder to get people to listen when you've got good content. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like how people just want to
It's
hear
almost frustrating-
yeah,
more
it's frustrating, isn't it? Because you're writing, you're pouring a lot into like writing your lyrics and stuff like that. You know, for many tracks.
when people don't do that,
do you know what I mean?
It just depends. It all boils down to like what what you're about, and what the reason you're making music.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
like,
That's it. If you're in it for the wrong reason, then you're not going to have that connection, really, are you? Because you're not going to feel
What made you
it.
start? Like, what was your?
I started MCing. Like, I got a pair of Technics, and
Nice.
yeah, I
We're
went
getting
from
attacked,
there. Like,
man.
I was MCing, and then I was like, I wanted to just keep doing it. And at the time, my goal was, there was New Monkey. It was my dream. I just wanted to be.
Yeah, that was
I
back
just
in the
wanted
day.
to be
that
on the Monkey, and then that shut down before I got 16. I was like, I got on Energized. Like, I was doing things where it was like, that was where, like, it's not a big deal, but it was.
Yeah,
No, it is a big deal.
It
Though.
meant the
New
world
Monkey,
to
people
me.
don't know New Monkey and
And,
stuff like that. Like, did you ever perform at Powerhouse, like in
No,
Record
I
and
never
stuff like
performed
that?
at Power because these things was shutting down as I was
As you were
coming
getting to that
coming
age,
of
yeah, I get you.
So I was doing the stepping stones. I was like, I impressed like the DJ Nitro. I impressed, like, I was good mates. I was like
Sick.
good mates with people that were like fucking Monkey residents and that, and still am to this day. But yeah, so it meant the world to me back then. So like, I was just so into this, like MCing every single day.
Yeah,
That's
MCing every single day. But it was also
You
was
could
like.
see yourself doing that in the future, like doing that full stop.
Yeah, it's a deeper thing as well,
Yeah.
because it was like growing up in a predominantly white school. It was like, shit, I do not want to get bullied as well. So I found a way to, like, it was like there was in Middlesbrough. It's a bit fucked up because it's like you fight, you take drugs, or like you need to do these things to like almost. And being like, I'm primary school, I had like this one nemesis bully, right? Every year, he'd just fucking.
Did you ever go in like a
chip
Power
away.
Ranger trying to like whip his ass and shit?
Mate, so like we have these showdowns, mate. These big showdowns,
We'll put some Western music in the background here, by the way.
Mexican stand-up.
Yeah, Mexican stand-up. We'll do that kind of music going on.
One day he said something and I flipped and I done whatever I needed to do, and my mentality changed from that day.
Did you know?
I done my thing.
Yeah, you done your thing.
Do you know what? It
Hey.
wasn't even fighting. I think I just went in a fit of rage and I put my fingers in his mouth and I was slamming his head off the brick wall. I went mad.
I think due to legal reasons, that's as far as we can go. That's as far as we could go with that one.
I was only like whatever 9 or whatever, but
9. Damn,
That's a
son.
lot of anger for a 9-year-old.
I'm just saying, bro. At least you released it
the
then.
name's different to everybody else's name. Like all these stigma, like
Innit?
9/11
Yeah.
happened, all this shit. It's like I didn't want to go into this secondary school, and so it was like from day one it was like you need the. And then I found MCing, and I found my way, and I found
Me Against the World. Was it all that? Was it all that?
just Me Against the World, baby.
Yeah, do you know what? I had a 2-pack vinyl, and I used to.
Vinyl?
I used to rap on the other side of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, sick. Nice.
Because I
Okay.
did
The instrumentals and stuff. Yeah.
So I
Do
used
you
to
have a
rap
vinyl
on-
player and
course.
everything?
Yeah, because I had the Technics and the decks. Yeah, I used to bring out all the MCs round to my house.
Technics are just vinyl.
Just like,
Sick.
the old
I think. Do
school
you know what? I think I had some Technics. I threw them out like quite recently, like proper vinyl stuff. But
shit.
one wasn't working, but one was actually working. Do you know
Was
what?
it the
I lie.
1210s?
I may not have thrown them out. I think they may be in the shed
definitely won't
somewhere.
have thrown it out.
I've got like
You hold on to
12 inch
everything.
in it, like normal vinyl set. I can't remember much about it, to be fair, because I haven't used it in a while. But I've got one of those.
Well, I started with the 1200s and I upgraded to the 1210s, but I had like a fucking sick setup, so I used to get all the MCs to come round, and I was like,
Sick.
I was year 7 at the time, and I used to
I can see it. I can picture it now. Shirt untucked. You know, the
Shaq had
tie
a really,
everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying?
Interesting story, man.
Top button undone.
Top button undone.
my
Obviously,
house was
fuck the
like-
world.
my parents, like, they got divorced and like they just fucking scattered, and I was just left alone in this house. So my house became like this sesh house, but I had like Technics and I had these big 2 750-watt speakers, and I had a big amp and that, and I used to just my neighbours actually they signed a petition against me. That's
No
how
way,
things got
no
right.
way.
They signed a
Damn.
petition, right?
Damn.
A petition to stop me from making music.
They listen to this, they can go do themselves.
That was a few years on when I really got, but like
That's a
so it
killer.
started from there, and then I was writing lyrics. I used to get people to come round my house to MC, and I'd just be the person that hosted it.
Yeah.
And then one day I grabbed that mic and it was recording. Boom, never looked back. And then
That guy.
I just started spitting lyrics, and I became that kid because I was the youngest one,
Yeah.
and I was doing all the mad shit from a young age.
Do you remember like your first lyrics? Do you remember them?
Yeah, go on. Hit us with some old school
I
lyrics.
used to say stuff like, I can't
Go
remember
on.
the full lyrics,
Ah, it
but
doesn't
I used to
matter,
talk
go on.
about snapping cap in a GTI and this, that, and the other. I had like lyrics like
Damn.
fucking stupid shit, right? Because we were young and like we used to just be
Stuff you-
stupid.
yeah, the
We were
stuff
like
you see
Goonies,
in,
you know,
like, yeah,
what?
yeah.
Goonies, like, you just go around causing like havoc, you know, like, and
Yeah,
just
it's
mischief.
It's
Let's
like
get back to the Sesh House.
I had the Sesh House.
Borough, and it's like in its prime, like criminal time. Like,
those were I'm telling you, those were the Powerhouse days, the New Monkey days. Yeah, I love.
So like, I
honestly.
started spitting, then we started taking.
I forgot where.
Yeah.
All at a young age, then. And
that's
then,
around the time I started smoking weed and shit. So
you know
that
the
sounds
building
about
where
right.
New Monkey was hosted. That building is still there, you know.
In Sunderland.
It's just it's not even in Sunderland.
No. It's like Seaham. It's Seaham, isn't it, or something like that?
I forgot the place. Charles Lazio lived there, man.
You sure Monkey's not in Sunderland?
I thought I thought it was like Seaham somewhere. Do you know what I mean? I think it was like just outside of Sunderland, like maybe with an SR postcode. With an SR postcode, but I think it was actually in Seaham. So
yeah.
But anyway, it was basically where all the ravers went, and all the sessions went. So you know that was your thing, wasn't it?
Because everyone I hang around with had stories. So before you know it, I'd be MCing all the time, and then it got like Monkey shut when I was like 15, 16. But I started like doing Energize and all this stuff, and I started really developing as an MC. I went from being like squeaky voice, but it was like the thing that people knew me for was the youngest lad. Always like doing these like over 18 raves and shit, and I was like 14.
I always loved that guy, man. I always loved the youngest kid out of everyone.
He's also quite dangerous as well. He's usually quite a dangerous guy. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to mess with a 14-year-old.
Well, to be honest, if a 16-year-old is chilling with like 24-year-olds, and there must be a reason in it. That's like that kid is a bit loose. He's a bit wild.
We keep him calm and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
That was me. I was like the young kid. I was always the youngest kid everywhere, and just because I just used to do my thing, I MC, do my thing, and then. New Monkey shut all that shit shut, and I was leaving school, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, real life starts to hit in, isn't it? Real life starts to hit in.
And I'd done a couple of tunes. I'd done one tune. The first tune I ever put out, a rap song, I was like, if I ever show you it, it's like emotional shit, right? Damn. Where it's the most emotional you'll ever hear me on a song.
Is this out? Is this released?
Well,
like, is this something that's released? Or?
Hang on, I'm just going to check SHAKK on something. He just said, the most emotional you hear me on a song.
Yeah.
The guy who's known as the most emotional, probably one of the most emotional like rappers, raps about, I know. What kind of track is that?
It's like I talk more about like family and like things. Like before I developed my rap skills, like I didn't even know how to rap on. Like, it was still on beat because I used to. I never used to count my. But it was just full emotion. I mentioned like police come to my house basically because I mentioned somebody's name and I said I can't put the song out. Blah blah blah. I can't mention this person's name. All this shit. You know back then. Do you know back then? You know this is how fucking on top it was back then, right? Police was waiting outside my house. They waited for me to step off my drive, search me.
No way.
As soon as I stepped off the drive.
Shit, you can't really do much with that, can you, really? So, but what can you do?
Did you get your video?
No, that's all right. That's all right. Just you know, it's cool. They just wanted to say hello and that. Just wanted to see if you were
I just spent flipping 2 nights in.
Screw
I just spent fucking 2 nights in custody, man. Like 2 weeks ago.
Shit.
Straight up, honestly, it's like.
But he's an actual fed. He's an actual fed. This guy's recording us and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Bob is the police.
Well, like that's where. So like music was my way out of all of that. So from there, 16, I started college in Middlesbrough. Full life story you're getting here. Then moved to London shortly after and thought, fuck this. And then that's where like I fell in love with it. That's where I was like, shit, I want to be better. So I'd go to these courtyards where everyone's freestyling, do my thing. Everyone would be like, yeah. I get a buzz, and you'd go to these events where my mate used to do battle raps and shit like that. Or I'd be around people like AJ TRACEY. You know, just people rapping.
Do you still keep in touch with like people?
Nah, not with him. Wax is one of my brothers. He's like a brother to me. I speak to him every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. Like literally every single day, but don't speak to.
No, that's fine. Obviously, I mean it is what it is. But like, okay, sorry, real quick on the whilst we're on the scene and stuff like that. Like you mentioned AJ TRACEY. He started off like would you say around the same time, or is he a bit older? I don't even know. How old is this guy? Is he younger or older?
Same
age. Yeah.
So did he start around the same time as when you were in London, or was he like already sort of had a bit of a name about him?
By the time I met him, he was already rapping, and he
was he big? Like that's what I mean. Was he big at that time?
He went by a different name, and he was a young lad, and he was just starting. We were all just starting.
Did he have the voice? Did he have a little?
Do you know what he was known for back then? He had a BlackBerry just filled with lyrics. Like he was just had bare lyrics.
Nice.
Was he one of
Just
them
writing
guys
up.
that
Yeah, just loads of lyrics. Like
Nice.
they just knew him for having loads of lyrics.
He's like me.
Yeah.
Nice. No, that's good. No, sorry. All I'm trying to get at is obviously like roughly starting around the same time and stuff, and it's just that difference of like how we shot up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
and people with. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's not talented or anything like that. It's just an example that we're using. But there is people in this position who are not talented, and obviously I've got that.
But that's
So
fame
he went.
and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is the difference in music styles as well, because he went down a grime genre at a time where grime was starting to
Pop up.
resurgence,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
And he started through the radio circuit, so he put his work in as well. I was doing more hip hop shit, right?
Yeah.
And I was still finding my flow and stuff like that. And also, at the time in London, shit got fucking deep for me, like depression, all that stuff, because of all the shit. I was just figuring myself out, finding my feet. I come back to Middlesbrough. Yeah. And it took me years to want to rap again properly. Like to do
you have
this
to get yourself in that mindset.
I remember, like before I actually listened to IMU, or even like knew that we were going to be rubbing shoulders, and I seen your video on Big Scene TV.
Yeah.
And it was you and like some cell.
Yeah.
It looked like a cell, and like that's my first memory of you. Yeah. And then like obviously years on, like 3-4 years later, we actually rubbed shoulders out at the O2. So
yeah, it's sick.
Was that the same O2 with JK was on?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I was there. I was there. We've been there. We've been there.
Yeah,
we've been there.
It was literally because like everyone was talking about his IMU EP, and I was like, oh, check this out! Like everyone's saying it's sick, and I loved it. And we crossed paths in the green room, and I just like stopped and was like, bro, I listened to IMU, and I thought it was fucking sick. And then we got on stage and on our thing
sick.
as well.
Yeah,
sick.
So
I'm sure we smoked some. You know what I mean? I'm sure we did some. So, but anyways, it was nice. It was lovely. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Good
I
times.
took like when I come back, it was like a big break, but I was still writing all the time. But I didn't debut properly. My debut single was in 2018.
Whoa.
Which was
true.
Was it Pablo?
Water.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Liquid
Oh
Water.
yeah.
That
Do you
wasn't
know what?
even my
I have
official single
I'll
all
get
the
you,
time
yeah.
was, but like I brought out like a few freestyles. But Liquid Water, I'd say, was my first official thing I did.
Yeah.
And that was 2018.
With the power to transform.
Only 2 years ago. Well,
Yeah, middle of 2018.
Yeah.
So it was just
Like,
that was my debut. So I honestly,
so you're young
like,
to the scene in a way, innit? You know what I mean?
well, yeah, it's.
But
it's
even though you've been there,
But you've been working, like you said, it's not
experience,
overnight. Like you said, it's not overnight. It's the experience that you have, like you know, the 10 years or whatever it is. You know,
I've
since
never
you've been back and
stopped
stuff. So.
writing music. I never stopped having the attention that I was a rapper, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No matter what I did.
I'm not a rapper.
But yeah.
You should start all your songs with that, just at the beginning. Not a
Life,
rapper.
isn't it? It just depends what drives you in music. So like writing music, it's always been my thing. Like the thing that.
No, that's good. That's really good.
If
It's
you
really good
weren't
to know.
writing music, what would you be doing?
Fuck.
This guy. Go on.
To be honest, right, I think by now I'd have had a few businesses or something, because I had the opportunities to take over some things when I was younger, like to do some things and some legit things, and I turned them down.
Because
Chasing
of
dream,
music.
man.
Yeah. So I
Chasing dreams.
because I've got the type of mind where I don't know, when I want to do something, I'm just like I don't learn things fast.
Yeah.
I have to be obsessed, you know, and I
With
have
it,
to
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I
You
have to
have to
really
focus.
like try
Get into it,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
if I like I'm doing this, then it has to be So like but I've got that type of creative mind where I think I would have done something.
But I mean,
That's
I mean,
with hip hop as well though. Like I don't like, even though I spent a lot of time around my parents and they both like sing and play guitar, and I used to sing along with them, and like we used to like obviously sit around campfires and sing, but like I didn't have natural rhythm. Like the fact that I can catch what was my name?
What was your
Samuel
campfire
Matsadsky.
Did you have like a campfire?
My name is my name. No, the campfire is not an app, my bro. It's an actual thing you go to when you leave your house. But but no, what's it called? Yeah. So I didn't have natural rhythm. So like I had to graft. I had to absolutely day and night. I didn't used to go see anyone. My mates used to come see me and play video games with me. And while
that's
they
why I
played,
can't be a rapper. That is exactly the reason
while
why
they
you've
played
got too
video
much work
games,
ethic.
I
I
used
can't
to
do
go
it.
around my mates. Hold tight, Ritual. I used to go around his house. We used to play video games, and I used to be like, "Oh, bro, I'm getting like inspired, so I'm gonna go downstairs and just sit on your couch and write lyrics." He was like, "Yeah, cool." Like I spent multiple weekends just getting stoned with him and doing that. Like I would just like be like, "Oh yeah, bro, like I'm finally thinking of rhymes about it." And like
It's perfecting your craft, isn't it?
Do you know
No,
what's mad, though?
that's
Do you know
exactly
to
the
me
reason why.
what's mad is how good Sam is, but like he hasn't always been surrounded by like great like he was a non-rapper that you were writing back with, and he was writing phenomenal bars. But I had to be around people that could spit him.
I get you. Yeah,
where he's like, I think he's like just gifted.
Just straight on. To be fair, I mean, we've heard you do little freestyles and stuff like that when you're at the house and stuff like. Whilst we're doing Parked Up Anyway podcast, by the way, that's the reason why. Do you know what I'm saying? Governments and shit. But no, you've got that natural thing about you where you just spit to it. And like I said to you before in the car, like you say you can't freestyle, but you can, bro. Like you can freestyle. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you use the thing is with freestyle. The way I look at it is, I can't do it like straight off the top of my head. Can't do it. It needs to be written. I need to memorize some shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like whatever, how many bars, whatever it is. Can't do that. You can do that. You've got a jumping off point and then straight to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, Shaq, I've never heard you actually freestyle, but I will put you on the spot later on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Go on, I'll put a beat in the background.
Yeah.
But what got me?
Exclusive.
My PE teacher knew that I was shit at PE. Okay, I had no like physical ability.
Okay.
Like ping pong, it took me so long. Like he actually played with me while ignoring all the other kids just to teach me like the stuff that I needed to pass,
That must
like
have
the
been a fun
backhands,
lesson, do you know what I
like
mean?
serves and stuff like that. And he told me, he was like, listen, if you're gonna pick anything to be good at, you need to spend 10,000 hours practicing it. And that's when I learned about the 10,000 hours rule. And I was like, I won't be good at this because I loved hip hop.
You're absolutely
I was
right.
like, I won't be good at this unless I dedicate my all into just being a good writer.
We're up to about 22 hours with the podcast.
Yeah. So we were, So like it's like this thing. Like I did it. I forgot who actually originally said it, but like so for me, I used to talk to this guy from Canada called West. He offered to like mix and master my vocals from early for free. Like he was just a sick guy.
Shout out.
Yeah, hold tight. His name is Illustrate now, but he does screenwrites and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
So he used to tell me like, oh, like you need to figure out how to flow before you start doing multisyllabic rhymes and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, forget it, man. Because all my favorite rappers were multisyllabic patterns with like
those are the best ones, absolutely. Yeah, those are the best ones.
So I was just like, I need to be on the level these guys are, which I'm probably never. I'm never gonna rap like Koji rap. But
no, you put your work into it, bro.
Yeah.
Why do you need to rap like Koji rap?
Oh no, I just mean at that level.
In
like
general.
where like wait, is it objectively or subjectively? Where it's like you can't like where it's a fact. Objective, innit?
It's objectively, yeah. Because subjectively
So,
is
like,
the other way. It's like
my dream is like where you can't deny it. I am at that. Like that's how I write. Like that's with it in mind. I don't necessarily I don't have the patience to sit down and write verses like that. But like I try. Like that's the reason why I got to the point I am now is because I actually spent so long just with that in my mind. Yeah. Now I'm chill. Like you
have not completed 10,000 hours.
You have
not completed 10,000 hours.
I started writing when I was 12 years old, bro. I'm 24 years old.
10,000 hours.
I spent about 5 hours a day writing.
10,000 hours. That's probably not even a year, is it? Is that a year?
What? 10,000 hours?
I don't even know. I don't think it's that.
Nah, I've completed 10,000 hours. He's completed 12,000 hours. We've done it, bro. Like
how many years?
This is why we're the GO to the ATs.
Oh, you have to Google that shit.
1.1. So 1 year and 1 month.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even that long.
Hours.
We've done 100,000 hours.
Exactly.
No, it's good. No, you're right though. You're right. You obviously the thing is you need to put your work into it for sure.
The amount of time we've put into this.
No, absolutely.
That's the thing, like when you really think about it, obviously, like you never know because going back, you never know what path you'd take. I'd say I'd be busy, but I could literally I was a fucking idiot. So like looking back with this mind, I'm saying that, but
yeah, but it's hindsight though, isn't it? Like obviously, that goes for everyone though, isn't it? You look back in hindsight and it's like everything could have been different, could have been so much rosier and stuff. Yeah. No, of course, I get.
It took me years to figure out my life before I could actually focus on the.
That's the main thing. Like you actually figured out what you wanted to do. Same as with yourself. You know what I mean? Like with Bobby and I, it's just podcasts. So that's where we're at the moment. We'll change it next year. So
what Shaq's saying, what Shaq said. That's the reason why I don't think kids should be thrown into university at 18. They're
not ready.
I think wait till like you're 20, 21,
yeah, they're not
22.
ready.
I'm 24 and only now I realize that how important uni is.
25th.
This is after I failed uni twice in a row. Like, so it takes a lot. And I think sometimes I meid people who finished uni and they tell me like, oh yeah, like I wasn't really a big fan of what I studied, and I'm like, oh, so that's 3 years of your life. Because you still get the thingy.
Wasted
but it is like overall
wasted in the sense of comparison if you or someone who's
again, it's that hindsight though, isn't it? It's that hindsight.
You're not going to be happy with it, innit? So
it's that hindsight though, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Like here, you can judge it now. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah. Oh, I've been to uni degree. So what? No one gives a shit. But anyway, look. Before we actually go any further, we've actually had a nice little chat on part 1, so I think we should have a little break.
I was just going to say we'll have a break, and what we'll hopefully have in the next is what's up and coming, any your up and coming stuff. Yeah. Obviously yourself as well, and your top rappers or top people that you listen to.
Some other random questions that will come up. Some random questions that we'll think of for sure.
Weird,
that's how it works. Right, we'll have a little break.
This has been Parked Up Anywhere, Extra Space, Bobby and Larry with SHAKK and Iconic.
What's going on, everyone? Bobby and Larry here, and we are very excited to introduce and announce our brand new sponsor, airfresh.co.uk, and their brand new product, the Turbojet.
It's a highly perfumed odor neutralizer, and it's formulated in the dark dungeons to remain suspended in the air for many hours, eliminating all malodors. Now, let me tell you, this features a high discharge valve and actuator system, which is designed to fragrance large areas quickly and effectively. Now, given the high level of perfume, Larry, why wouldn't you choose the Air Fresh? That's fresh, spelled with 2 H's.co.uk.
And for only $7.99 each, and you get up to 5 fragrances. I can't believe it. Now, Bobby, would you want to tell us some of those fragrances that you will find on the website? That's airfresh.co.uk with 2 H's.
Ooh, you get the Sauvage. That's my personal favorite.
You get the Tutti Frutti. That's right, all fruity for the household.
Thanks very much, Larry. And you also get other flavors such as Creed and many, many more. The Air Fresh is literally the savior to all your smelling problems.
And the best news of all, because they are...
Tell me the best news, Larry. Tell me the best news.
This guy is attacking my ear holes. No, the best news of all is because they are brand new sponsors, you can actually get 10% discount if you go on the website. That's airfresh.co.uk with 2 H's and type in the code PUAP10 for your exclusive 10% discount on the website today or tomorrow, but preferably today.
That's right. Once more, that's PUAP10 on the website of airfresh.co.uk. Get your 10% off and start enjoying the smells associated with Parked Up Anywhere.
And now back to your regular scheduled programming.
Enjoy.
Done, man. It's done. The clap's done. No one was looking. I snuck it in there. See, with the stealth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you gotta be stealth about this. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, let's welcome back to part 2 of Parked Up Anywhere podcast with Bobby and Larry. I am Larry.
I am Bobby.
I'm Iconic.
I'm SHAKK.
SHAKK. It's that SHAKK. Can you give me a little stronger? Give me a little. It's SHAKK.
I'm SHAKK.
Nah, okay, that's good. I like it. I like it. He lost his voice a little bit there. That's all it was. But no, welcome back to part 2. We had a nice little conversation about video games and how good Iconic is on COD. So
come check me. Check me. Listen, we'll
put your tags.
Son.
We'll put your tags out there, bro.
I am Iconic. PSN. Join me. I will hand it to you and make you throw your pad at your mum.
That is just straight up battle cry.
Can I put a disclaimer out there? He doesn't actually have it anymore. He's deleted it.
If someone wants to challenge me, I will happily download Modern Warfare again.
Will you have enough space though? That's the real question. Will you have enough space to download it again?
I'll delete all the games I have.
just to beat this one guy.
Yeah. I've done it before, man. I've done it before. Someone kept gassing to me that they're better, and I'm just like, no, you're not. And they're like, well, you deleted the game because you're shit. I'm like, that's not. It's because I like other games and I need space.
So
I re-downloaded it, and that's when like I had my second surge.
This guy be Warzone in it daily.
Absolutely.
I lose myself in that game, and I can't be playing it too much. Like I start thinking about like how good it would be to live in America and have a gun license.
And start shooting people and that. That is crazy stuff. But anyway, like, you know, I don't even know what the hell that was. That's all right though, Iconic. We will get people to battle you on Warzone only.
I will absolutely spank
Warzone only.
anyone. I'll spank anyone in that game.
On Warzone only, right?
No,
we are not inciting violence or riots out here. That's not what we're doing.
Challenge anyone to a paintball match.
Oh,
there you go. Okay, that's a challenge I would like to take for sure. Yeah, that is a good challenge.
Yeah.
But like during the COVID times.
It was actually during lockdown, not lockdown, but it was during COVID times.
No way.
Yeah, it was like earlier this year, the summer.
Was it good? Did you have some good? Did you blast some fool in the face?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Did you cap some mother in
I
the
was
knee?
blasting people. The first match though, with a mask on it, all steamed up there, I was like gasping for my life.
Damn.
But as I got into my rhythm there, I had like the sniper one, I was just blasting
What were
people.
you doing?
Were you perching up somewhere?
I was like full Rambo, roly-polies, the full
Did you have the face paint on and everything? Because that would be cool as hell.
you have to have the mask on.
Oh, you had the mask. That's fair. That's fair.
Did you have like some gas bombs? And all
Yeah, I
that?
had all of them, mate. I had
Yeah.
all the little accessories, man. I went in there with fucking grenades and all sorts.
Did you get shot once?
You know, there was one where I just went full Rambo, right? There was people stashed behind the castle bit, so I run round the corner and everyone pops out. I think it was like 5 heads and they all just started splattering me. It was like, I felt like it went in slow motion. I was just taking the shot. And they just wouldn't stop. Yeah.
That is brilliant. No, do you know what?
And then your teammates come rushing.
Was anyone shooting in the air whilst it was raining?
You know,
Last time I played paintball. Last time I went paintballing, I wore my Timbs.
oh,
And like I wasn't aware how important those shoes were, how important Timbs are. I didn't give a fuck. I just went in my Timbs, ruined them.
It's like going with Air
So
Jordans, man.
Me, Richo, and this guy Mo were like on the back lines. We were trying to get to this bus where everyone is where we're meant to take everyone out. Bro, my shoe gets stuck in the mud while there's paintballs raining at us. So I'm like, alright, cover me.
Shit.
Boom, have to get my shoe back. But I didn't get shot. I only got shot once throughout the whole day. I only got shot once in the head.
I mean, that's pretty much the end of that, isn't it? Isn't that the end of the game?
After the whistle got blown, okay, after the whistle got blown.
Well,
I
it
went there
sounds
with
like
loads
it's up for debate. Do you know what I mean? It
Loads of
sounds debatable.
savage Polish people, bro. Like, these people don't care about rules. What, you don't want to get shot from 2 feet away? We're getting shot, like.
It's happening.
Yeah,
It's
these
happening.
man, and they're all
getting shot.
Yeah, they're built like tanks. And in this one round, all we had to do was place this dynamite block in the enemy base. So we went there, and then they have these 2 riot shields. So these people, we're moving like the Romans, okay?
Yeah.
We're moving in like an army of Romans.
300s and stuff like that. You know, be proper,
yeah,
proper
absolutely.
on
Like,
deck.
and I've got these like 6 foot, looking like they're on testosterone, fucking hormone growth and shit. Like walking in front of me and not got shot once. And as soon as the whistle blown, obviously the riot shields went down, and all I seen was a fucking bullet come to me like,
Oh, straight up in the face. Do you know what? Last time I went paintballing, right, you know the mask, obviously, like I said, the mask I used to have, like, I literally somehow managed to get shot right there, like, just where the mask ends, got shot right there. That shit really hurt.
yeah, I got shot in the mouth as well.
Oh!
Well, you had the guard there, but you taste
Taste the paint. Oh, no, that is, do you know what? That is a good shout out, by the way, like, you know, paintballing. I would love to go paintballing.
Is paintballing? I'm guessing you can't go because of everything that's going on. But why?
when it opens back
You're
up.
always at a distance in paintballing, right?
There was restrictions at the time, but like when you're on the thingy, there's
You
no.
always are
You just can't pull off executions, you know what I mean? Like doing
can't
paintball.
sneak up
That's,
someone
you know,
behind
no,
them.
2 meters apart, do you know what I'm
You
saying?
had your
That's
own
if you're going to do an
gloves, you had your
execution.
own gloves, mask, and everything. So like when you're in the actual, it was just like normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine being any
Yeah.
different. To be fair, like like
No.
same as like obviously playing football, isn't it? Like
Go-karting?
no go-karting. I don't know how these fellas feel about that, but like
Have you
I
odd
would love
go-karting,
go-karting.
mate?
Yeah,
I don't know
absolutely.
if it is still on or whatever, but
Again, I don't know,
Not
but we
right
could
now,
find out.
during
Right
this
now,
stuff, yeah.
but-
We could definitely find out, right? But and we should definitely get that going as well. So yeah,
A big one.
could be a next
a
one.
big
yeah.
go next week.
Everyone
What?
involved- no,
I'll
next
challenge
one,
you guys at
next one.
go-karting, and you challenge me at paintball.
Whoa, wait,
never been
hey,
paintballing.
bruh. Come on, I mean,
There's somewhere you can do both.
you're gonna challenge me at
Yeah.
go-karting, bruh? Is that what you're saying?
At the same
Is that what
time,
you're
go
talking
Yeah,
about? Is that what you're
karting,
saying?
you go past someone, you start pinballing them.
Yeah, you
You
can.
start
If you
someone's
wanna-
driving, isn't it? Yeah.
If you want to make that
On the
official,
corner.
right, we'll come March. We'll
Go
have a
kart
little
paintball?
challenge. We'll have a little challenge put up. That'll be
Come.
parked up anywhere
Yeah, come on.
with
Get a
that.
leaderboard
I
and
love it. I
everything.
love it. Do you know what? That's sick. I love
It's just
it.
like I know for a fact you're better than me at go-karting because I've never been go-karting.
Well, I've never been pinball.
But I know for a fact that I'm a leng man. I am a professional skeng man.
Bruv,
So,
bruv, you forget I'm Albanian, is that what you're telling me?
Bro.
I lived through a civil war, bruh. Do you know what I'm saying?
bro,
I was 8, but shit, I lived it. 6
lived
even,
it.
I lived it. I was
sat
there.
at home.
Shit, I was under the bed and shit. Do you know what I'm saying? I was dodging bullets. Do you know what I'm That's good. That's a good challenge. I like
Get
that.
a big thing going. Innit?
We should get a big thing going.
Go-karting.
But look-
you have to get like 20 man at least.
Look,
innit?
let's not make any plans for 2021 because we all know how 2020 worked out. So let's not get into that, you know, little thing going. But no, you know, on
we'll get
more.
GoPros and let's run it.
Absolutely, GoPros, yes. Even on go-karts and paintballing, that's good. Or airsoft, whatever's best. Like nerfing. Has anyone ever been nerfing? Yeah, Nerf guns. Has anyone?
I
ever-
would.
There was shit going
There's
on in the
this
park
other
a few
thing.
years ago. Do you know what I mean? People shooting themselves, like shooting each other with Nerf guns and that.
Oh, New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve. No, it wasn't New Year's Eve. It was the 28th. My friend's birthday party, and she got us loads of Nerf guns. and I just started clapping everyone. It's just hit one of my mates in the eye. But like,
with a Nerf gun. I mean, I suppose that could hurt a little bit. Like,
I
I
like
can't
those
see.
things on YouTube. You know, the videos on YouTube where they have Nerf gun flipping proper like battles and stuff like that, and they make it like I think it's some South African dudes.
Is it? I don't even.
It's like a Nerf gun, but they make it like actual guns.
Oh, like Call of Duty. See, that's the thing that you're talking about, isn't it? Make it like a Call of Duty style.
Yeah, filters.
But whilst we find filters for the smokers in the room, which we are definitely not, you know, on a more brighter notes, SHAKK this year, obviously 2021. What's going to be different, bro? Like, obviously, without making too many plans, what's going to be different? What have you been thinking about? Like, what you've been thinking about for the 2021, like upcoming, like music wise, any projects like that you're working on to release this year, or just working with the times?
Yeah, no, I'm working towards my first album, so that's all my efforts are at the moment. Just getting everything together and ready to release. So that's my.
And I'm going to get to the album, because obviously I know you've been around for the past couple of years, like sort of, you know, on Spotify and stuff like that, making your music known. And I've noticed that obviously you've got 2 EPs and no album. I will get to that, but first, for people who obviously can't see this, he's actually got the album tracks on the wall. This guy is well prepared. We're not giving you sneak peeks because it's not happening. So forget about that shit. But you know, that's how organized you are. You know, you're ready to go for 2021. You know what I mean? Those are the goals, like ready to release, isn't it? So
yeah, for real.
But like with the EPs, then, like how come you maybe waited this long to drop an album?
Yeah, just timing really. Just felt right. I think with the EPs, it was just something that I wanted to first get like my digital footprint into the world, and that was the goal of the first EP, and then the second one kind of fell together.
Yeah.
And then now the timing's just right for the album. I feel like I feel like it's pointless to do another EP.
You can't. Yeah, there's no point doing another EP, because you are at that stage now where people know you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like for me, my first song, the first song. That's exactly the Bobby, isn't, like, you know, they're waiting for you to drop, you know, that the project that you've been working on. You know, the album. That's where artists are really judged, isn't it? Because EPs, they're nice, everyone loves them, but it's the album where everything goes into.
Is that dropping this year? Is that a little exclusive kind of? Is that an exclusive? Or
big things.
Already known.
Yeah, I've mentioned it here and there, but yeah, it's definitely going to be this year.
Any month in mind, like, or is that just when you start?
Yeah, it's just I haven't got the whole. It's not ready yet. So, but it's. We've got the songs, so
yeah, no,
it's just a matter of time. But it's getting it together and getting it out. But I'm going to be dropping some singles regardless soon. So
there's going to be singles like part of the album, or like sort of separate to the album, or maybe you haven't even thought of that just yet.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't want to give too much.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
But at the same time, yeah, it's probably going to be singles off the album. But I'm going to be releasing some other stuff in between and here and there. But until the whole project is like close to being.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to give us a drop to all the socials while we've got it?
Yeah, like all your social links and stuff like that, like Instagram.
SHAKK Music, say with Twitter. Yeah, SHAKK Music, and then YouTube, just SHAKK, and that's where like most of my music videos are and stuff as well.
SHAKK, just for everyone out there.
No, and that's the other thing as well. You do quite a lot of music videos as well, which is nice to see, because you know there is you know, local artists, not just here but like, you know, in general, they don't really they don't see the importance of putting a music video out, but obviously you've kind of sort of stepped on that, innit? Like, yeah, this is, you know, I need to do a music video for this type of music.
Bro,
same with yourself.
That's the thing with SHAKK's music videos. They always set the bar.
Bro,
like every new music video that SHAKK comes out with, like, alright, like you look at it and you're like, mad, like that's a proper.
You get gas, video. Toxic Rick. The music video to that, is that the one where you're just going straight through in it?
Yeah.
Fam, how many times have I showed that to you? Just going, yo, check his
Lamborghini
face.
Dreams as well, and like butterfly trees, sun rays. Like they had this like thing made.
That's my favorite track, by the way, sun rays.
This like they made like this water dispenser that rained on him and stuff like that. Like he proper takes.
Put time into it. Okay. What's the one with Jack Craggs? I forgot the.
That's Lamborghini Dreams.
Is that Lamborghini? Is that Butterfly Trees? Is that the actual one where you're walking through like different is that Butterfly Trees? Yeah.
Nice.
That's a nice video, man. Do you know what I mean? Whose ideas? All yours?
Yeah, most of the videos I always think of like like whatever we're gonna go with, and then I work with Kraken most like all them videos that we've mentioned are with Kraken. And just I love working with him. We've got like a good bond. So
no, that's nice. But again, like you put shout out absolutely.
Cinematic, yeah.
No, that's right. I think we follow them. To be fair, I think we're on the socials and all that stuff. But no, I mean like it's nice to see as well, isn't it? Because again, people can see you, they know who you are, and it's not just a voice. Do you know what I'm saying? I was just about to say like you do the same thing. Like you've got even for Sober Up. Do you know what I mean? Like you didn't have to put a track out for that. A music video out for that. But the fact that you did and you were sat there and it was simple, and it was nice. It went with the music. You know, it made it so much better and you enjoy the music more. Do you know what I mean? Like because again,
it's more the story.
I've got Spotify, but YouTube is where I see my music. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to see a music video. Like you know, when it's just audio, it's like all right, okay, maybe I'll have to wait. But like with yourself, it's like you know, you're straight on it. But like again, does it set you back quite a bit then in terms of without going into specifics, obviously? But like, is it something that you have to sort of plan for in advance, or is it something where it's like, yo, I've got this idea, yeah? Do you know what I mean?
A bit of both, but it's always I plan everything in advance, yeah. Everything's like thought out before
you get to that. You get to that stage.
I've always enjoyed doing the videos, and I just always want. I think like it's just a good chance to show like a bit of your creativity and stuff. So like I really want to evolve with that as well. That's like a big goal of mine. I want my vision is more in the visual as well as the.
Are you thinking more like a career into sort of like not career? Sorry, I mean like sort of going into that production side of it, like the visual production. Is that the sort of thing, or like certain music videos? Are we thinking like something bigger, like in terms of visual production?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always like trying to actually be there editing. That's something that I don't see myself really. You don't
want to get into the dirty of it.
Yeah, the nitty. That's for the real like grafters. But I've got a lot of ideas that I'd love to incorporate. Like I always want to be hands on with that side of things, and it's just something that I love. I want to really like. I want to show like a different side of me in the videos and make them just more something that the videos that'll like stand the test of time.
Yeah.
I want it to be like real art, like some real shit, not just
a guy in front of a camera sort of thing.
Or like just doing the same thing as everyone else.
Yeah.
I almost fell into that like idea of wanting to like, maybe I should do this, I should do that, and then I realised like that's not the way forward, is it?
No, like you're absolutely right, because for me, with me and Bobby, like we're screenwriters, so that's what we do as well. And you're absolutely right. You need to create, for us, a music video needs to tell some sort of story. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it needs to be some connection between that and the music. Like you said, it can't just be just a random guy walking down the fucking alleyway.
Hoes on the street.
Do you know what I'm saying? Some random bitches show up. It's like, how does that happen? Like
me walking down the alleyway is literally my next video.
Yeah, well, that was one of my videos.
Look. The thing is, right. You can't. The thing is, right. You definitely can't. Exactly. You can't knock that because there's
it's nothing wrong with like that. I'm definitely not knocking anyone because like shit like that shit will probably happen in my videos of it, like eventually, or you'll see some different things. But like you can't knock anyone. Well, anyway, it just depends what you want to do, innit?
Yeah.
It's like what you want to represent, what you want to do, and I just definitely want some videos that when you look at it, you're like, shit, yeah, that's like, never seen that before.
Who's like best in the game for that right now? Like overall,
right now, for visuals.
Yeah, visuals. Like you know you're getting a story when you just, you know what I mean? Is there anyone out there?
Oh God, I'm gonna miss. Do you know what? For me, like it's not a rapper, but like I like the way Solange does her videos, right? I really like her style, but I also like people like Thundercat. Like Thundercat's videos are fucking amazing. Like if you get a chance to watch his videos, they're fucking amazing. And then there's loads of different people that even like there's a guy called Benny Sings. I've been watching his videos. Like there's loads of different things that I see.
Get inspiration from. Because
when there's great music, it's great music. It doesn't matter what genre it is. Like there's a certain level of art that when it's put out there, it's appreciated by everyone.
Absolutely.
And that's what I want to achieve. Where I'm at this stage of my life where that's what I want. I don't want to be just doing things to fit in. I want to be the stand
guy
out.
Behind everything.
I want to stand out. I want to and
like
put something.
Being an Asian guy myself, I always I always wanted to step out of the Tupac Big, even though I flipping loved it.
Yeah.
And I started listening to like Beatles and Linkin Park and stuff like that just to get. And I love that shit. Music is music, and it's just appreciation.
Great music.
Right? Great music.
Absolutely. One of my favourite bands is AC/DC. Like I love AC/DC. I can listen to their old stuff all day long. young. Do you know what I mean? So
Sick.
That's no, you're absolutely right that you can't sort of pigeonhole yourself into one thing. Why not do everything if you can? If you got it under control, like you said, editing, you don't want to do that. So you let someone else do that. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to fret about it. You do the stuff that you actually want to do, and then that takes you can focus everything on what's actually going to make it happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe like years to come, I'll be like, I want to edit. Like I've done it before. Like I've enjoyed it because I enjoy creating. But it's. To be like an expert at it, like to be fucking...
You're right. You
have to put time into that shit.
You're absolutely right. I've edited, obviously, some of our own videos, but nothing special, no effects or anything. And I know what you mean, it's that special feeling that you get once you put everything together and it makes sense in a linear story, do you know what I mean? You put it together, you watch it like, whoa, okay, that's cool as hell, do you know what I mean? Because I can do something, do you know what I mean?
In my mind, that's always going to be, from my experience, whenever we've done like videos and stuff and little bits, always in my experience, whenever you've got a thought in your mind, even if you tell someone 100% of it and you think he's heard it, he's still going to have that 1% his own kind of thing, and then it maybe meshes it up a little bit. So it's always better to be more hands-on in that kind of thing. But like you said, I'm the exact same. As soon as I see computers, my mind goes blank. As soon as I see little bits and stuff, I'm like, nah, I can't do that.
I'm from the generation where like the technology developed as I was a kid, so my generation taught themselves how to use technology, where the generations that are just coming up now their parents were, well, maybe the young ones now, not maybe the ones coming up, but they're now in a place where their parents come up on it and they're teaching them. We're the ones that taught our parents how to use it.
Absolutely, mate. I'm still teaching to this day. Do you know what I mean? So
we taught our parents to use the tech, where the ones coming up, our kids, they're gonna know how to use it. My nephew's there, fucking, he knows how to edit videos, like TikTok, all that shit. He knows how to edit this shit, like it's just ingrained. There's people growing up just knowing how to produce from a young age. Like it's like when you're like a boxer or something, you box from a young age. You need to be picking these things. Like if you're picking these things up from young, you can start any time in your life. But you need to be putting time into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The time has
all the small stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
That's where all the pain happens, isn't it? That's what you want.
If you're young, you want to be like, because you've
people
got
are getting paid off TikTok. Young kids, whatever, they're getting paid off TikTok. Isn't it?
If I was like 10, 11, 12, I'd be like, I'd want to be like.
What would you do? Camera in front of you?
Yeah, like
everything that you do normally, you just put a camera in front of you. That's exactly what's happening.
And then just edit that down. That kind of thing.
Or like say like
there's always an audience in a way in it for that.
It's just like technology is like a big part of life in it. So like, to be able to do it on your own is probably the advantage. Like if I could do it all on my own, mix my shit, master my shit, edit my videos, all that stuff, that'd be the most fucking ideal scenario. But that's not my situation. Right?
That's fine.
That's not my. It'd be the ideal. I have to work with the cards that I've got.
Absolutely, mate. And like you said, you're in a sort of industry where sort of being in a collaborative nature. Do you know what I mean? Like you need to work with certain people. Like you said, you need to work with this production company and with that one. Do you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you've got anything against this one. It's just like what's working for you at that time, isn't it? What they can offer you. So that's understandable. And the fact that people can do this, like from home, and get paid for it. It's, you know what I mean? It's incredible. It really is. But like, I know exactly what you mean. I love sitting in front of a sort of mixing desk. I would love that. Like just sit there all day and just edit shit. I love that. That's what I would have done.
That's what I'm saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
There needs to be more recognition for that because you could easily, and case in point with me, you could easily just be sat at home doing nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if you're there and you actually created something like album dropping soon, that kind of thing, it should like be out there. Do you know what I mean? People should know like and go, oh, that's what I either aspire to, or do you know what I mean? It's that little thing. I don't know, that little jump that people need to actually recognise talent in a way.
I think like there's not enough like creative outlets out there. That's why I feel like like this. I see the YouTubers doing well, and I see people hating on them. I'm thinking, fuck. Like I'm happy seeing these people become millionaires because they all have like the potential to be like TV presenters.
100%.
Those are the people
there's not enough roles to be TV presenters for all of them. This is a platform where
but it's a new industry. They're creating new industries as well, though, isn't it? It's not even about like the generic sort of traditional presenters on like talk shows and stuff like that. It's everything else that comes with it. Do you know what I mean? That's old school.
Yeah, you can't imagine these people in other roles. Like you can't imagine them working in this shop or doing this. Like these were born to be these people. now they've created their own platforms for that shit.
Yeah.
Of course they have.
And that's what everyone can do now, which is like
you said, like Chunks, he presented the Mobile Awards, didn't he? And he got an award as well.
Look at that,
He was the first presenter to get an award at
there you go.
at the Mobile Awards and that.
It just
so
shows,
what did he start from? He was just him and his boys and his cousins and stuff in
still
it,
doing
messing about, still doing the same thing as well.
Yeah, which is enjoyable. It's that's the main thing at the end of the day, isn't it? It's enjoyable. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're good, but you know,
The speed dates they do are hilarious.
Speed Day.
the speed day one, that was fun.
Days,
That was that was really fun. That one.
What's that guy's name?
They
Harry?
slapped that blonde girl, by the way. Like, you know, she was. She got on that blonde girl, by the way, in Speed
Are
Day.
you talking about like Foot Asylum? Foot Asylum,
yeah.
Harry Pinero and like.
Harry's a funny guy.
That shit, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Could you imagine him doing anything else like that? That's why it's good to be self-sufficient and also have like your own channels and.
They're now an inspiration in a way to us because they're sort of the same age in that way.
Yeah, I think Andy Pinero's like 30 as well, so he's like. He's like the oldest out of most of them, and he's like, look how inspiring that is.
Definitely.
No, it is really good to see. Like you said, it's nice to see our generation actually doing something. You know, something.
You have a
worth
podcast.
Doing,
You know what I mean? Like there's these avenues now you can explore, and if you've got your own equipment or whatever, you can start doing. You can do whatever you fucking want.
That's it. I mean, that's why we're all sat here and literally talking exactly about that, because that's what we're more interested in. Like, you know, with me and Bobby, we don't really, you know, whatever. You know, I want to know the person, like whether it's an artist, an actor, whatever the hell it's going to be, a guest wise. Like, I just want to know them as a person. Like, if they're good as a person, then you can see them going somewhere, because that's, you know, they're planted. Do you know what I mean? They are planted. They're not sort of, you know, just everywhere. Like yourself, you are planted. Like, you know exactly what your next step's going to be. It's going to be the album. That's it.
We can see it.
Exactly. So, but no,
that's good.
That's what I mean. So, you know, that's for us. It was nice. It was nice to be in that environment with yourself, which is, you know, it's creative, because like you like doing visuals. That's what we want to do as well. So, you know, it's things that we can, you know, stuff can happen just from random conversations that just pop up. Do you know what I mean?
It's
like,
I mean, we started.
Can we have a word from our Polish correspondent, please? Like,
out in the field,
what's going on? What's happening? What's going on?
I'm in SHAKK.
This guy, I don't know. What is he? What is he? Scouse? What is this guy? I don't even know. Anyways.
His head is too small.
It's Bonesy, mate. Oh wait, tell him about Bonesy.
Bonesy.
Yeah, it's this fictional character that we speak to each other. Like, we speak to each other through Bonesy.
Through Bonesy, nice.
Yeah.
He's mad.
He's the brethren.
We
know him for longer than we actually knew each other. Like, it's mad.
Nice. That's good. I like it. So who introduced you?
He introduced. Well, actually, I don't remember. But we all went to different schools together. Like, it's perfect.
We should actually get Bonesy on a track.
We could.
Is Bonesy a person, right? Is that
He's a mysterious guy, man. Mysterious guy.
But no,
if you know, you know. Hold tight, 90 bro.
Well, there you go. If you know, you know. That's the thing, isn't it? But yeah, thank you for back to the studio. No, yeah, thank you very much. Bald eagle. No.
I think, like, you know, the thing about creating content there, like in any type of form, like at the very essence of it, you've got a chance of like just, I don't know, like inspiring people. Like maybe someone sees you do it. Like, I know growing up, I never seen anyone that really looked like me do anything like fucking in my area doing music or doing like anything, or never seen anyone on TV like in a good role. Like, you know,
no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Driver or a fucking car.
Bro, I'm Albanian. Like, I'm always part of a mafia somewhere.
At least you get the mafia, but like, I swear,
the mafia. I don't want to be part of the mafia. I don't need that shit. Do you know what I mean? That's old school shit.
We don't have no role models in it. That's the thing.
It's like we all like look at Iconic with his accent, his voice, where his background. Like, imagine like how many people in the UK will be like, shit, I know I can be a rapper as well. I can put myself out there. Fuck even the rap.
Anything, absolutely anything.
That would be crazy.
Anything. That's the thing.
Like, as a role model.
Yeah, it's like he's got the balls to like. He's like, fuck what anyone thinks about where I'm from, what I'm doing, and we can all relate to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even being northern or having an accent, like, it's a similar struggle in their own different ways.
Everyone's different in it.
It's a different struggle. It's different. It's the same struggle in a different way. Where everyone's feeling similar things. But like, someone sees him, and like they might see like someone else rap from somewhere else, but they'll be like, yeah, but I can't do that. I don't look like him. I don't sound like him. And then they'll see Iconic do it, and they'll be like,
This guy's what? Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. No, you're right. It's that inspiration, isn't it? That all it takes is that one person. All it takes is one person. Do you know what I mean? Like you can meet both of you can meet your biggest fans in 10 years, and you've inspired them to actually do exactly the same thing. You don't know about it.
That's gonna be wild.
I'm saying you don't know about it. Do you know what I mean? You don't know about that right now. And he's left the room. Thank you very much for leaving. Oh, he's still here. He's still here. He's with us. He's with us.
It's not even like it doesn't even have to be like look like him, sound like him. It's just like more like fucking hell. He has the balls to do something.
Exactly.
He has the. You know what I mean? It's all of that. And like that's exactly what we're doing. It's a hard thing to do this rap music up here. It's like a very long route. Like the time I've spent doing rap, I could have been a rocket fucking
could have been
lawyer, doctor,
could have been
dentist,
lawyers, man,
whatever,
yeah,
man. All that kind of shit.
Fun fact, like
would that have been fun for you though? Like
no,
exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? Would that have been fun for you as well to do that kind of stuff?
I would love to be into like sociology or maybe like chemistry.
I'm talking like doctor, like as an MD, you know, neurosurgeon, all that kind of stuff. Would you have rather been that or like what you're doing right now? Do you know what I'm saying?
Being a neurosurgeon is a bit fire, you know. Like imagine you make some like mad progress for like neurology.
Yeah, but imagine you fuck up on something.
Exactly. Imagine you kill someone.
Like fun fact, like the way we got our visa to go to America from Poland, my mom just mentioned to him and just jokingly like, oh yeah, my son wants to join NASA, and he was just like, yeah, cool, bang, stamp. And then he looked at like, but it was so hard to get a visa, but with my parents because they were like joking about me wanting to be a scientist and stuff like that.
Damn, that worked. That's
good.
It
worked. And then he looks over to my dad. He's like, oh, do you want a visa as well? And my dad's just there like, whoa.
Well, if you just handle them out, mate, just put one in my top pocket for later on. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll take that.
There was some older lady.
2 for me, please.
Yeah, there was some older lady that got turned down like 5 times. Like it was, and she wanted to go and see her son in America. Like it was mad, but apparently she got it that day because my parents, no, in Poland, bro. Come on, no, like Poland's a bit of a peak place, man. So my parents saw the lady and they were like, oh, listen, just go and kick off. She went, kicked off. Boom, got her visa.
Got a visa, sick.
Yeah. So hold tight to that.
That's how it works.
She's probably, she's probably elderly now, but like hold tight to that woman. I don't know even.
Rest in peace, if otherwise. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's you know it's that kind of. So where the hell? How did we get to this? How did we get to airports and stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like who's
Shaq,
flying
top
out?
5 rappers.
Best airport, yeah.
Yeah, go on, Shaq. Hit us with your top 5 rappers.
Let's
Let's bring this to an end. Yeah, top 5 rappers you've seen at airports, right? No, I'm just kidding. But no, tell us
top 5 rappers named after airports.
Top 5, yeah.
MC De Gaulle. No, I don't know.
MC Denver.
Top 5 rappers, is that what
yeah, your
DJ
personal.
JFK. No, is that what you're
Your top 5.
Do you know what? It's always changing, but if I go just like with like what I'm listening to, you know, like
right now.
Okay, yeah, right now. Right, go right now if that's easier for right now.
Alright. It's a hard one because I'm going to forget names and it's just going to be. I don't like doing these lists because I'm a fucking shit at them. But Doom, obviously, like that's someone that I've like just. Yeah, that's someone I've always listened to, and so he's in that list for sure. And then I put Kendrick in there. Someone modern, you know, Kendrick definitely, because 2 albums there, 2 fucking ridiculous albums.
Ridiculously
2 albums standard, like.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Time albums, isn't it?
Good Kid, Mad City, classic.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, classic. My favorite album of all time. Damn. It's like personally, I don't think it's the greatest work he put out, but it won a Pulitzer Award, so that's big.
Yeah.
There's no rappers.
I need to give that like a listen to. But Good Kid, Mad City, that for me, I've literally because we saw when was it yesterday, day before, whenever we had a chat, he mentioned them, and I swear, like
it's Iconic's post, man.
I swear to you, like it just got me in this. Yeah, it's the post. It just got me in this like Kendrick sort of phase, and like I was just blasting Kendrick all night tonight, just all night, just because of this guy.
Genius,
like absolute genius. You're absolutely right. Yeah, sick.
So it gets a bit blurry for me because there's people that have more like inspire me, and then there's like people that think like it just gets a bit blurry, and it's 5 places is just not enough.
It's always changing.
So, like,
10. I'll give you 10.
No.
That makes it harder for him, isn't it?
But so we've got Doom, we've got Kendrick, we've put them in 2.
Just got 3 left, yeah.
And then I have to put Big Pun in there for me.
That's fine. That's fine.
The one that's
many people do.
And it's the one that like. So like I was obviously too young for like Biggie and Tupac and all that. I listened to all these people at the same time. I could discover them all at the same.
Yeah.
So like And Big Pun is someone that I could still listen to today. Well, I still listen to Tupac, you know, when I want to feel that.
The anger and ready for the anti-government and shit. Yeah.
There's something about Big Pun where his style is still like, fuck, man, that's still impressive now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big Pun was sick because you could always hear him breathe through each bit in it.
Straight in the middle of Little Italy, little did we know that we riddled some middlemen that didn't do diddly.
I'd like to give an honourable mention to Big L, right? Because
Big L's sick.
Man.
I would put Big L in my top 5.
I want to put him in my top 5, but like obviously, like unfortunately, man, the one.
Big L, innit?
Yeah,
just because you said Big Pun, you have
have-
to say Big L. That's
So,
the thing.
but Big L, mate, like what he did in that short space of time, like just his style, his like tenacity, his like attitude, his punchlines and shit. It's like, how the fuck are you like just
How
thinking?
you thought of that?
Some of his lines hasn't aged as well.
You want to talk
know?
about multi-syllabic and stuff?
My favorite Big L line is "So ahead of my time, my parents haven't even met yet."
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
He had bars. He had bars, and he was
Big L sick.
he put fear in people, right? Because if he was still going, he wrapped circles around. Nas, obviously, maybe like song-wise, like there was.
Nas had the
best.
best. You're right.
If you like just talking, if you sat them into a room and said write some bars,
I think Big L would.
Mate,
I
you'd
think
be,
so.
like,
I think you're right.
scared to sit next to
I think
him.
you're right. I think you're right. I think you're right.
Oh, Nas would have Big L.
Nah, I don't know. Right there, no, in
I
that
know what you mean,
situation.
though.
Sorry, in that situation though, in that very
situation. If you
situation.
went from Illmatic to like lifestyle, whatever,
If it
you'd
was
just be
them
like,
two
Of the
sat
rich,
in a
or was it
room,
Rich and the
it was
Poor or
it was
something
just a
like that?
certain
Wasn't it?
like
If it was them two sat in a room, just table
just
at
rap-
table,
forget-
and just rapping.
yeah, that's
Big
what I'm
L,
saying.
I think.
like no
I think Big L.
content,
I think Big L.
content.
For me, it's Nas.
No, but that's the beautiful thing about music. It's open to
exactly.
Yeah,
Subjective. Music is subjective, and that's a good thing.
But this is it. Nas is in my top 5. Big L isn't.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
This is the
That's
thing.
fair.
Nas is
Got
in
Nas
my
in.
top 5.
That's good. We
Big
got a
L
nice
isn't.
little twist there on Parked Up Anyway podcast, by the way. That was really nice. That was really good.
Nas is actually in my top 5, right? But honourable mention Big L because
That's fine,
that guy
that's fine.
could rap.
Yeah,
Like, he could-
absolutely,
Have you heard the set he did with Jay-Z? Like,
Yeah,
and he
That's
rapped
why he's pissed
circles
at
around
boy. So ahead of my time.
Honourable mention Jay-Z as well because he's the
Honourable mention, you're right.
blueprint. Like literally no pun, but he's the blueprint for every like rapper. Like this is how you be successful.
Yeah.
But for he hasn't been influential enough to me.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
My favourite song of his is the OJ one. Story of OJ.
no way.
He's got a couple tunes that I love. Obviously, like there's classic albums there. I'll go back and listen to tunes. He drops gems all the time.
Reasonable Doubt, The Evils from Reasonable Doubt. That's one of my favourite tracks of
Classic
all time.
albums. He's
Just
got classics, right? He's a fucking beast, but he hasn't done enough for me. He's not someone that I'm looking for different things. So we got.
What about Kanye? Where do you put him?
Shit. That's why it gets
school
too
Kanye.
hard because
Yeah.
Kanye.
Don't feed him, man. Don't feed him with
No,
that. Do you know what I mean?
just
Don't
give
feed
it
him.
I just wanna know.
Don't
Kanye-
suggest to
Beautiful
him.
Dark Twisted. Is it Beautiful Dark Twisted?
My beautiful.
Yeah.
Dark
Like
Twisted.
what
Fantasy,
the fuck?
yeah.
Like that has to be one of the greatest albums of all time. But he doesn't make my top 5. But he's like because that's my personal top 5 of like what I listen to, what I'm influenced by.
Yeah.
Like I'm influenced by Kanye heavily, by the way. Don't get me wrong. But
Okay.
he doesn't make my top 5 rappers. of all.
Okay, that's fine.
Top 5 rappers.
Yeah.
He's one of my
Yeah,
top 5
I
artists.
mean, you got one
Yeah,
space
yeah,
left.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
give it to Kanye.
So
That's what you say.
I've got one space left.
Yeah, that's it. One space left.
Bro,
Unless you
you've
want
had-
to use Kanye.
You've had
Doom, Kendrick and Nas.
Kendrick, Nas.
That's it.
Big one.
Big
Big
Pun.
Pun. Big
So
Pun.
one more. You can't, do you want to give
Nice
it
one.
to? Do you want to give it to Kanye? Is that
You
what
can
you're
have a
saying?
bonus spot.
Nah.
Can we have can we have like a little pause
don't
here, and I'll
Kanye.
put like a little nice effect in there, like a dun dun. Do you know what I mean? I'll do like one of those.
And number 5. And then do the
Yeah.
There's too many. There's too many. Honestly,
Here we go.
I don't want to.
Gotta
Here we
say
go.
it.
You gotta
Just
say
wheel
it
off-
now.
Just wheel off some
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would
yeah.
make it into
It's
your.
because I've got too many favourites where I can't.
wanna slot Big L in there?
It's almost like children where you don't have a favourite child.
Eminem.
I don't like having a favourite rapper for me is hard.
No
'cause I
Eminem?
love them all.
No Eminem part of that list, or would he be like
Eminem's
6?
very like because of when I grew up, he was one of the predominant rappers when I was growing up. 50 Cent. These are all brilliant, like done brilliant things. But Eminem hasn't, for me, hasn't lasted the test of time as well.
Okay.
So like
He's
if
sort of sullied himself now, hasn't he? In a way, it's
where he
like,
doesn't make my top 5 list,
Yeah.
but he's like. He's
He's the
definitely top
6th
5
man.
rapper.
He's the 6th man.
He's
Yeah.
a top 5 rapper, no
he's
doubt.
not
But he
in
doesn't
your
make my
list.
top 5
Yeah,
list.
Okay.
Okay.
cool.
Go on.
It's
Here
too
we go.
hard. It's too hard.
Who else?
I think we'll have to
Let's-
find out next week.
Immortal Technique.
forgot about Black Thought.
Black Thought.
He's up
Is in
there,
your
mate.
top 5.
He's
Black
one-
Would you want to use a lifeline and go to Big L?
I'm saying Tupac. That's how my list is.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's
That's how my list
respectable.
is.
That is
Tupac.
respectable.
That's how my list is ended.
That's
Above
number
Biggie?
5.
Above Biggie?
Yeah.
Rapper? Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm a
No,
big,
I don't
I'm
know.
a big
I mean, you
guy.
can
above
argue the
Tupac.
technicality, but
yeah.
Tupac for me because
Okay.
I love the conscious side to it. I love like the way like him as
Makes you
a
feel.
yeah. I love all
Yeah, he had
that.
feeling behind every single song. Yeah. He shouted every single song, which was amazing.
Mos Def would need to be in a top 5.
Mos Def is sick.
Mos Def is good.
He's
I don't know if he'd make a top 5 though. I'll be honest with you.
Black on Both Sides is an incredible album. Like that was his debut.
What about Rakim?
Oh man, he's just fucking too.
Koji Rap as well. Like there's just
Would you
so
put
many.
Rakim in your top 5? Would Rakim be enough to fill your top 5?
I think if I was born not when I was born, he would definitely be in my top 5 because he's so influential.
But you just missed out, innit? You just missed out.
His music still, like...
Yeah.
Him and
Eric B and Rakim, man. Eric B and Rakim.
Classic albums, they just didn't have that profound effect on
You're right. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean because he never stuck. Like I don't know. Even for me, I would forget them as well.
I go back and listen to Bear Rakim and Eric B and just him as a person, like his voice, mate. He was someone that like. He'd go on stage and it just his voice, when people hear his voice, go crazy. There's a reason called
it's a timeless voice. He has that bar on Classic with Nas and them when he's like, age don't matter when you rhyme in the booth, when your flow stay submerged in the fountain of youth.
Is that the classic?
Yeah. Don't forget ASAP Rocky was named after Rakim.
Yeah, A$AP Rocky's real name is Rakim.
Is it?
His band named him after Rakim.
You know what, Rakim had...
He Muslim? Is he Muslim or is he one of them African Muslim
maybe, you know, but Rakim told a story where this woman was walking a baby in the pram, boom, bumped into them, right, and he's like, they were talking, blah, 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 and what's your baby's name? Rakim, I named it after you. The baby went on to be A$AP Rocky.
No, that's incredible. That is incredible. Do you know what? We'll use that as like a nice little clip. That's quite nice. But no, I think so. Okay, so did we get a 5? Did we get a 5th?
Yeah, Sam.
My top 5.
He had put most.
Did we get a 5th?
Yeah, Tupac.
Yeah.
Okay, Tupac.
My list.
So here's the list. It goes Doom,
Yeah.
Kendrick,
Yeah.
Nas,
Yeah.
Big Pun,
Yeah.
and number 5 Tupac.
Yeah.
That's your top 5.
Shit, there's so.
That's
I
your
was gonna
top
stick
5.
with it.
This is
With
packed up
honourable
legit, by the way.
mention,
Yeah, this is packed up
the
legit
plus
stuff.
bonus ball is Big L.
Yeah, Big L takes
And now
that.
we're gonna shift.
In my top 5.
We'll stick with it.
Iconic. Now we're
Like,
gonna put him on the
who
spot.
influenced me, like, overall, yeah. Go
Same
for it,
question.
Alright, cool. So, my top 5. Alright, I'm taking Mos Def out now because...
Gets a bit tight.
Yeah. So...
Oh wait, a minute ago.
Did you just donate Mos Def to SHAKK, or is that what you're saying?
No,
just to get it out of your own top 5. Is that what you're saying?
For now, okay, we might come back to Mos
He's one of
Def.
the most like he's a champion
Iconic.
hip hop. So
And also, he's like an activist and that. Like,
and
he's
the
a sick
acting.
guy.
I thought you were going to say the acting.
The
The
acting as
Chappelle
well.
show. You see some.
He is good, yeah, he is good, absolutely, absolutely, he is good.
See Spot Runner or something as well as
Have you seen Be Kind Rewind with him and Jack Black? Have you ever seen that one?
No, I'm gonna have to watch that now. I didn't know them two.
That's a sick one. It's one of them slept on ones. But yeah. So go on.
Oh, you took him out.
Sam Hueli is on this. So what are we talking about that? So,
Yeah,
so-
air fresh. Get rid of all your odor.
So,
Get the Savage.
alright, Nas,
Okay.
number 1.
Number 1, not number 5. No,
Podcast. We're finding out the top 5 rap.
If I was...
But chocolate interrupted Bobby.
No. If I was gonna introduce anyone to hip-hop, okay? I would play him Nas, NY State of Mind, New York State of Mind. That is the most hip-hop song of all time.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. My number 2. This is not in actual order, but Nas is above everyone for me.
Okay, that's fine.
He's the guy that made me really want to go in.
Before you go on, mate, do you know the song about Nas? You know one of the Nas songs that first like fuck my head. Halftime is sick, right? Obviously, all them they go back to my childhood, but sorry, it's the one where what's the name of the song? Power or something, where he's talking about the gun, about being the gun. Have you heard that song?
Yeah.
The whole thing he's talking about being the fucking gun, and he like.
It's on. It was written. It was written. I'm sure of it.
It's on his.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but it's all.
Was Damian Marley in that track? In that
No,
one?
it's just him spitting as the gun.
Yeah, from the point of view of a gun.
And how he feels like the gun.
Well, one of my favorite tracks. I'm gonna have to listen to that. What's it called? Power. Do you say?
Just type in Nas the Power or type in gun song or some shit from YouTube.
One of my favourite tracks, sorry, we'll go back to Thief's Theme.
Oh,
Bro,
okay.
That theme is always in my freaking mind. Whenever I turn a corner and I see something happen.
My favourite Nas song is Purple off the Purple tapes.
Ooh.
Lost Tapes.
Some Bone Circle, State of Mind, Purple. The Lost Tapes.
So Nas number one.
Shit, I said Purple. This is how you can tell I'm stoned.
I love the Lost Tapes.
Yeah, the Lost Tapes. The Lost Tapes too. I haven't actually bumped it as much. I haven't actually checked it. But King's Disease, his newest album, it deserves that Grammy award, man. I hope it wins. But okay.
So yeah, that was your number one. Number two.
Yeah.
Number one, Nas. So you both got Nas.
Yeah. As most influential to me, Drake.
Okay.
He,
That's your number
like, in 10 years' time, we'll look back at everything he did and we'll be like, wow.
I think he's
This
worthy
guy.
top
He's got an
five.
era,
This
Yeah.
guy,
Worthy top five.
yeah. We'll look back, and the fact is, he can
Like-
really rap as well.
Like him or not, he's his own era again. It's that
I like
thing.
Yeah,
He's
It's
just
yeah, he's his
fine
own thing.
vibes.
He's his own
the
entity.
I think the 2010s basically is just Drake's, isn't it?
Do you know?
In that way.
Do you know the thing about Drake? What
Last
won me
decade was
over?
his.
He won me over this year with some Laugh Now Cry Later or whatever. What's the song called?
Laugh Now, Cry Later, yeah.
He won me over with that, and then when I go back and listen to something when he raps, but he
Back to
done
back.
it. Mate,
Back to back.
Sam, Iconic showed me. Iconic showed me his freestyle over MF Doom's accordion, like, and
What, really?
I swear to God,
Yeah.
he's got bars.
Yeah, there's like old school diss tracks that not many people have heard that like Drake dropped, and if I was Pusha T listening to them, I'll be like, you know what, this guy might actually give me a run for my money, like.
Nah, Pusha T
like,
won that one, but anyway.
No, lyrically,
I think Pusha T
lyrically,
just, like,
Drake won.
slapped him. I don't
Duppy
know.
Rhythm.
I don't know.
Do you think he would?
I don't know.
Drake
I don't
won
know.
in life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Drake.
No,
Look,
no,
hey,
just
we're not
lyrically.
definitely not. We're not
Drake
arguing about that for
won.
sure. Yeah, Drake is the
Listen, I can
winner,
pull
by
up
the
the
way.
lyrics
Yeah.
and take you guys through it, and you'll be like, you know what, lyrically, this is much
Nah,
better.
don't
There's
know,
double
don't know.
entendres
Don't know.
afterwards.
Yeah, we did. I think
We were going to
we
make a little review video of
Yeah.
it on YouTube, but we thought Pusha T went too in.
He
No,
went too
Pusha
hard, I
T.
think.
It was.
Just-
It was.
Not too hard. I think it was all within.
Shock value. It was shock value.
was
Like if
lyrically.
he, but he won.
That's what it's all
He
about.
Yeah,
won.
it's beef, innit?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly
Overall,
what it
he
is.
won.
Yeah, I
Like
think he won for sure.
Like
In a battle,
Drake,
innit?
Yeah.
Drake couldn't respond, but like,
Exactly.
but the thing is,
See, the interview he
lyrically,
did with
just
that,
lyric wise, if you put those songs together, even Infrared, throw Infrared in there, because that's what sparked it all off. Even though this Cold War has been happening for years, like
Yeah,
Drake
yeah.
dissed him on Two Birds, One Stone. He dissed him on like I'm on One. There was the God Flow or whatever from Pusha T, where he went in on Lil Wayne and absolutely duppied him, mentioned Drake. Like, this has been going on for a while, but lyric for lyric, Drake wins for me. It's just
Definitely debatable on that one for sure. But anyway,
not,
let's
it's
get
not.
let's get to number
It's
three. Let's get
gospel.
to number three.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. Okay.
Yeah.
King Kendrick. Absolutely.
Both got Kendrick on.
Both got
Yeah.
Kendrick. That's
No,
good.
You both
Nas
got
and
Kendrick,
Kendrick.
but you haven't got like some of that Kendrick's been inspired by. So again, like
Tupac.
Well, actually, yeah, you have.
That's
I don't
true.
have
That's
Tupac
true.
in my
Yeah,
top
that's true.
five.
That's true.
Right. Okay. So you got King Kendrick.
Yeah,
Number 4.
I was gonna say like Eazy-E or something like that.
Method
Nah.
Man.
You diss me.
M-E-T-H-O-D.
What you mean?
M-E-T-H-O-D, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely.
No.
Wait a minute.
Because we were
Method
talking
Man,
about
you
Black
just me,
Thought.
I exaggerate.
We were talking about the Black Thought and Method Man freestyle, and Method Man could not keep up. We can play this. Play the
So
freestyle
are you giving
after.
away someone else in your top 5 here?
Black Thought. Like as a
Definitely in your
rapper,
top
like if I were talking about like some of the best rappers of all time, Black Thought is up there.
So
Actually,
Method
yeah.
Man's in your top 5. Method
Yeah,
Man
yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah,
Method
yeah.
Man
Method
is-
Man he's
I
my
don't know if he's
favorite.
my top 5 list. He's not-
Yeah, he's
sick,
my
sick.
favorite from Wu-Tang.
Yeah,
I'll go
standard,
Wu-Tang.
bro.
Still sick to
Standard,
this
bro.
day.
Yeah, he's
Standard
even
still.
better now. He's even better now. Like
haven't
if you
heard
listen
much
to
of
his
his, like,
recent
new
stuff.
stuff.
You did a track. You did a track with Ocean Wisdom.
I didn't even mention a British name, and I'm forgetting.
That's all right.
No,
That's all right.
we'll do
We'll go
a
back.
quick
We'll go
separate
back.
one.
We'll go
do a
back.
quick
We'll go
separate
back.
one, yeah.
Forgetting.
Because like Gets
how
would
it
be in my
fucks
top
you,
5
really.
of all time, like across UK and US. Like Gets is just a guy. You like grab
Let's
anyone
go
from
back.
the
Let's go back. Nas,
Nas,
Kendrick.
Drake.
Should we do our American list?
All right, Method Man and Andre 3000. That's the
Oh,
American
wait,
list.
wait,
That's
wait,
the
wait,
American.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
But like Black Thought doesn't
Method Man or
influence.
Black Thought? But Method Man or
Yeah,
Black
but
Thought
Method
line
Man,
up
like
top.
I listen to Method Man more. Like I have Wu-Tang albums
Yeah.
like galore on my Spotify
That's fair.
playlist.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
because this
Okay,
is like
so-
what
That's like
influences
some
me.
of my list, innit? Where
Yeah.
I know there's
Big
people that
pun,
would
innit?
make that top 5,
Yeah.
but there's people that have inspired me more.
Yeah.
Like
I
and
get you,
Black
I
Thought
get you.
and Black Thought, like undeniably, he is one of the like, if not the best rapper of all time. So like him, Koji Rap, and maybe I don't know who else.
Lupe, they're like some of the best rappers of all time, where it's just objective, where you like, yeah, these guys are aliens. But like, let's get to the
So that was
No Tupac, no Biggie.
nah,
honorable
sorry.
mentions.
That's
Honorable mentions
a
for either of
different
them.
list, though, isn't it?
No.
Different.
We're gonna stick with this. We're
Totally
gonna stick with the
different from
influential.
us.
We're gonna stick with the influential. So
yeah.
you did your American.
Nas
You
and
dropped us
Kendrick.
with the American. So now let's
UK.
get to the UK.
Ooh,
What was
five.
your top 5 American?
So this is Nas, Kendrick, same as yours, Drake,
Method Man.
Method, and
Andre 3000.
Andre 3000. Great shout. Great shout. Great
Yo,
shout.
That's
Andre
how I, like-
3000, man.
Great shout. Great
Sick
shout.
It's honorable
hard,
mention for me is Tech 9 though, because that's how I got my skipping.
Technina, bruh. You want to talk about some Technina, fam? That's
Follow
some
me on the
sick
better better get my psychology.
bro. That guy is too sick. Too sick.
There's so many like sick rappers.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can base it off certain things like sales and all these things but there's just so many actually good rappers. It's hard to put it in any top list.
Bust
And
the Bus, man. Anytime
Busta
he
Rhymes
drops
is
it,
sick,
anytime he
bro.
Yeah,
comes
Bust
on,
the Bus, absolutely,
any, like,
absolutely.
like featuring, I'm always gassed for that.
Think about
Bust the
where he
Bus.
started from, like with all the Tribe Called Quest shit and all that stuff, and then he went on to make hits with like fucking Pussycat Dolls and fucking. he
Hey,
lasted.
that's. I was gonna say he kept up with them times,
He
though,
went
didn't
back
he?
to back with Eminem for like 13 minutes on
Bro,
one tune.
too
innit?
sick.
He's
Too sick.
he's on that Back on Both Sides Most Def album as well. That's a really good
Yeah, they all go
Busta Rhymes
back,
verse.
innit?
Bust the Bus, man. But yeah, that's an honourable mention. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, but UK.
Sick.
Exhibit.
UK.
Hey,
Let's
I'm a big
go
fan of
UK.
Exhibit.
Should I go first with UK?
I don't mind.
So the,
Yeah,
top,
yeah.
the two
Aye.
top 5 lists in the US are set. Top 5
UK
in UK.
gets the Skinny Man.
What? Skinny Man.
Yeah.
In your top 5.
Yeah, he's in
Of
my
all
top
time.
5.
Alright.
Yeah, just not as like the best rapper, but Gets
Yeah,
Gets
I
is
know.
the best
Gets,
in
I
the
didn't
UK.
even- we could
Gets
gloss over that.
like just
Okay.
he's the done. No one will touch that guy.
How come Gets influenced you then more than say like another say?
Oh, because when I
Why was
listened
Gets
to him,
like-
because like at first I got like exposed to grime, and a lot of it was like DWE or maybe
Fast-paced flow.
Temper T, not even fast paced, but it was all about them reload bars and stuff like that. Whereas Gets, he really gets into it.
But
No
Gets
pun
in it. There you
intended.
go. Absolutely,
yeah,
bro.
he really,
Gets in it.
yeah,
Sticks
he,
by his name, bro.
just wild the way he structures his bar.
Yeah,
like
definitely
even,
gets it.
everything is immaculate. Like even especially now when he polished up his style, like that Mad About Bars when he's like bar like something. I'm in a never in a sunken place, bar after bar after bar. Now I'm in a drunken state and shit like that. Just
Nice.
wild, like as if I never
Cool,
thought of
cool.
that.
That's
got
nice.
better with
Gets,
age.
Yeah.
That's good. So that's
Yeah.
Gets.
So
Kano.
Gets, Skinny Man, Kano.
Yeah,
Kano.
Kano.
Cool. You got
Kano's one of
Gets.
the
You got
goats.
Kano. You get me. Got the
Mad.
two. Number 4.
Who else? Jest. He's a UK rapper.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Rest.
He released that song "Nothing Great About Britain" back in the day.
I haven't really heard of him. Is he
And Loki.
Loki?
Okay, Loki, that's a good shout. Okay, I'll give you Loki. That's a
top
great shout on Loki
UK.
for sure.
Man's
No,
just
Follow
similar.
Loki for a long
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
man. For a
Man's
long
just
time.
similar. I'd put Loki in mine.
Loki, yeah.
Might as well just chuck him in now.
Might as well.
Kano's in mine.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'd put Skepta in it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right. So we've got Kano. Do you know what? I want to put
First-
Kalashnikov in there for me.
Yeah.
Alright, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Murder.
And there's loads
Yeah.
of greats and shit that have done it for time. But so we got Skepta, we got Kano, we got
Loki.
Low-Key, Kalashnikov.
One more, bro.
And
Get that last one in.
Kalashnikov is sick, isn't he? Though.
Yeah. It's fire.
Underrated, man.
He's someone
Totally
that deserves way
underrated.
more.
Yeah.
So fuck.
But it's weird because you say he deserved more, but I knew Kalashnikov and I wasn't like proper deep, but even I knew him, but it's still
Yeah.
he wasn't getting that recognition. It is weird.
Yeah,
It's
that
weird.
beef with Tim Westwood and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Westwood freestyles were massive.
Fuck Tim Westwood, man. Damn that guy.
He's smashing.
I liked it. What's
Screw that guy.
Tim
I can't
Westwood.
stand that guy, man.
I
I watched
like
him on
Westwood
Pin My
TV.
Ride too much. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah.
That yeah, really pissed me off. So last one.
I'm forgetting people, you know. I just know I'm forgetting some people, but because it's in my head now, I'm gonna go with J Hus.
Fair enough.
As if.
You forgot him.
forgot.
You forgot your
J-Hus.
boy.
You can't do it, man.
Can't go
J
back.
Hus
Can't
and
change the number.
Nines. I forgot.
I listen to his music like thoroughly, like J Hus.
Yeah.
He might say some stuff that like lyricists might think, but he just
Hits them.
he just there's something
Rhythms, innit?
And Nines as well. Honourable mention.
No gigs.
Nines.
No
Gigs
gigs.
is up there, mate. Pain is the essence. I used to fucking love it.
Isn't it?
Bare tunes and gigs, but that's why there's so many good people. But I've just
That's
No,
a
I
good
mean,
top
again,
five.
look.
So
the
what
thing
was
is,
your top
it's a
five?
dynamic. It's a dynamic top five,
I've
which.
got a man already.
Oh wow!
No iconic in that top 5. Disappointing.
So we
Fix
had-
up, bro.
I know
We will put crying.
We try to.
some sort of tears
Nah,
here.
joking.
I don't know. We'll convey some tears. All right, okay, that
Let's
does.
see.
But no, so you had Loki.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Loki.
Loki, Kano,
Yeah.
Gets.
Skepta.
Didn't have
Nah, Loki,
Skepta.
Kano,
Skepta.
Skeppy,
J-Hus.
J-Hus, and
There was one more.
Kalashnikov.
There you go. So the top
See,
5.
you almost got slept on the 5.
Do you know what it is, right? It's a nice way to like sort of draw it to an end. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But there is one more question though. I mean, do you eat Parmos? Are you a Parmo guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So now obviously this is the important question that we're here for. Really, do you know what I'm saying? How do you like your Parmo? Like, do you know what? No, wait. Sorry, Bobby. Do you want to just go through the details of the game because I just made it sound like it's easy.
You name your favourite Parma, your combination. We're talking everything
Yeah.
from
From the
start,
cheese.
from start to finish.
Yeah.
The bechamel, the
All of it.
yeah, you do all of it.
All of it,
So
bro.
How you want the chips, whether you want the sauce.
And where from?
You tell
we'll
us.
start from scratch. I need that chicken fillet, just the chicken fillet to be good quality. Not
Nice.
this type that like shrinks and all that shit.
Do you want like a thin or quite chunky? Like
So
how
we'll
you?
get- I want that shit beaten down.
Oh,
Before
alright,
it even
alright,
gets
alright.
breadcrumbed. I want that shit beaten down. I want it
Like a
flattened.
sheet of paper, bro.
I want it butterflied. I want the breast butterflied, flattened.
Yeah, you don't want it to be
Fancy.
like
Large Parmo, it's a large
twice
Parmo,
to
isn't it?
bite
Yeah.
through, man,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get
yeah,
stuck in
yeah.
your teeth.
You're
and
right,
that,
you're
man.
right.
Breadcrumbs to be good. I want it fried. I like a nice bit of bechamel, but I still like my parmo not to be too thick. It needs to
Okay.
be like a little bit thinner than like
Nice.
thin.
So
no,
not
but
too
not
much.
too thin, but
Yeah.
crispy as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a crispy Parma. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
that
have to have a hot shot parmo, man. We need the
Oh.
jalapenos, we need the pepperoni.
the whole
Yes.
shebang in there.
Yeah, and if
Nice.
it's a place that
I
does
might have to
decent,
get a
none of it
parmo
will
Do,
be
do you get it squared up? Do you get it like
Oh,
in little squares, or do you get it
I
just
don't know,
Nah,
man. I've
flat?
had it like that. But
I love the squares, me
Never
man.
asked
I'm
for
a
it,
big fan
never
of the
asked for it.
squares.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just more sort of delightful when you sort of cut through it. You know what I'm
And
saying? It's
where's
just
the
nicer that way.
best Parmo?
Where'd you get it from?
The best parmo. Peppermilk Cafe.
Shout out. There we go. We'll give him a
Where
shout
are
out,
they?
bro. Do you know what I mean? We'll give him a quick tag
Dollar?
on
It's
that.
in Middlesbrough.
It's Middlesbrough. Oh, nice. Okay. So we may have to give that a quick shout. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's good. What about garlic
Wait, where
sauce?
is
Did you have
that?
some garlic sauce?
It's in shit. What's the area? Do you know where you go behind Eston? You go. Do you know what I'm on about? You go Eston.
Eston.
Normanby,
So
Ormsby,
no. Go through Eston. As if you go into Redcar.
Grangetown, South Bank.
You can turn left down somewhere.
I think I know what you mean. I think I know exactly where you mean. I think you
And there's
mean
like
like
a
somewhere in
nice-
Grangetown. I think it's somewhere in Grangetown.
Oh, man, it's around
Like
that
on-
area.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in Grangetown. I mean, we'll beep these places out by the way because we don't want we don't. No, we won't.
No,
beep them, I'm just
good
kidding.
publicity.
But no, that's a great shout by the way. We'll actually give them a quick tag if
Nice.
if they exist on any social media. We'll give them a
Cool.
quick shout. But that's one of our most important questions that we ask every single
always have
single
to.
guest. So
What
it's,
about
it's,
the
it's way-
garlic?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And the sauce by the way. Like there's a sauce.
you
There's
with
the
the
chips,
sauce?
chunky chips, thin chips. What we talking? What we talking?
Chips is a good one. I don't like. Do you know what? I don't like them fish and chips. You know when you get the fish and chips with a parmo.
Really?
do I,
Oh,
neither do I.
I love that
I
stuff.
like-
man.
I
love
like
that
crispy
stuff.
chips.
If you like the fish and
Yeah,
chips
me
chips with a
too.
parmo,
Type
right?
thing.
There's a place here that does the bad parmo. Like I mean, like a good parmo.
Yeah, in a good way. Bad in a good way. Bad in a good way.
It's a sick parmo, right? But there's the fish and chips.
Nice.
Right, okay.
See that?
I'm not a big
I love
fan of
that.
that.
I love
I'm not
that.
a big
I love
Find
that.
it,
I love
but I
that.
don't like
Love that.
I just want.
Would you
feel
rather
like
have fries?
Maybe like a steak cut chip.
Okay, yeah, that normal sort of size.
I'd
Yeah,
rather
okay.
like have a nice
Chunky
homemade
chip.
like
Yeah.
type thing where you
Yeah.
get out of the peppermint cafe.
Yeah, mate, sick, great shot by that. I love it. Double fucking promotion here. You're gonna get some discount here, bro.
If you get it with a takeaway, which is the most often, like the thing that I do most often, you get it as a takeaway. I don't normally go out, like with lockdown. You're not really.
Of course, yeah.
Just some
Doesn't
standard
matter.
chips. Garlic, it needs to be like a good. None of this garlic that's already in a bottle shit. I need
Right.
this garlic to be made.
Made homemade and stuff like that.
Made.
Chopped garlic with mayonnaise, that kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm
Needs to be
talking like
legit,
thick
yeah.
or
Yeah, yeah.
thin? What are we talking?
The garlic,
Yeah.
a little bit thick. It needs to be
Thick, yeah. So it doesn't fall off the chip, right? So
It needs to be
you
thick.
dip the chip and it doesn't fall off.
Dip that
type of
chip.
shit, yeah.
Good consistency.
Absolutely. No lumps or
That's
anything like
sick.
that because like they kill the garlic
needs
sauce
to
a
be
little bit.
Innit? Yeah.
Yeah, they kill the
You don't want to
absolutely.
be tasting like it needs to be a good consistency with a good mayonnaise. Like the base mayonnaise needs to be like a fucking
Hellman's.
Heinz mayonnaise.
Mayo, yeah, straight up and you on that.
Okay, all right,
Seriously
okay.
good mayonnaise.
I was from Lidl, so that's even better to be
We get
fair.
out, like some Polish
Once
mayonnaise.
you go,
Yeah, bro, that's the best though. That's actually the best.
once you go Heinz seriously good mayonnaise, you'll literally taste the difference. Heinz, like there's mayonnaise connoisseurs out there that'll like back
Bro,
me up. On
we
that.
love mayonnaise. Trust me, the best mayonnaise that you can get is from Lidl or from the Polish shop, like you said.
What,
'cause
really?
that is the best mayonnaise that you can
What,
get.
you put
Oh,
against Heinz?
Especially-
I know. I was just gonna
Yeah.
say.
Heinz,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
Heinz,
put it on the
fam.
same.
Heinz,
Bro, can I just say one thing? Right,
seriously
Heinz is
good.
commercial crap.
Nah,
Whereas this is
bro.
not commercial. This is literally like you
Heinz
can only
baked
get it in
beans I
certain
have
parts of
every day.
Europe.
I'll bring you some.
That
I'll
is-
bring you some
that-
Polish
that's
mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise.
Can I say right to get
It's
that
full
sort
of
of taste,
flavour, man.
to get
It's
that
full of
taste,
flavour.
to get that taste right. You know what I found the trick? You get
Go on.
normal Heinz mayonnaise right,
Yeah.
and you put a touch of balsamic vinegar. You get a similar taste to what the actual mayo that you get from the Polish shop.
So
Do you know what I'm
you're-
saying? It's just gives it similar, not the same,
Right.
but that's the best mayonnaise you can get, bro.
Really?
100%.
Other places in Europe do tomato and mayonnaise better than Britain. Like,
100%,
you
bro.
go there-
100%.
I've never been to
Because with
Poland,
Heinz,
but like,
I eat
Turkey.
salad like a
you just pour
motherfucker.
it out and it's like a liquid.
Yeah.
Whereas like the Polish mayonnaise,
It's actually
you
chopped
can
and
scoop
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can scoop it with it. With
Like,
a
you
spoon,
go
bro.
places in Europe, just eating chips is more of like a snack that
Yes.
you can get. Like it's more of a thing where
It is.
you don't go
You can
somewhere
sip
just
for beers and
right, go
get
for a
fries
fish
and
chip,
stuff.
but, like, it's like the special fries, you
Yeah,
know. and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Tomato and mayonnaise is a big deal. Like it's there.
Absolutely.
I love the passion in your
Ketchup is
voice.
my,
If there's no
ketchup is
ketchup
my
and mayo.
favorite
I love
smoothie.
tomato mayo combo on chips. I used to love that.
Exactly. But no, do you know what? I love that, and it's
That is
nice.
sick.
It's nice to hear the you know what these guys eat nowadays. You know what I'm saying? All
And
healthy,
something
obviously.
that's local
Sorry,
to us.
was there a salad? Was there a salad?
I
there?
only eat veg. I'm a vegetarian.
You're a vegetarian. You don't
Sorry,
eat parmos.
vegan, sorry.
Are you a vegan? No,
So
no.
this was in the
not
past. This was Shaq in the past with the parmos.
I'm a
Sorry, man.
pescatarian vegan.
Actually, that's bad on us. Actually,
No,
we-
I'm not actually a vegan. I lied.
shit.
That's
I lied.
You've been caught out once again, Shaq. This is
I
this
did-
is third strike, bro.
I did eat non-dairy cookies and they're banging. They're like beetroot one. I swear to God, it's from
Beetroot is
Sainsbury's or
fire.
something.
I can eat like you know like sort of chips. I can not chips. Sorry, one more time. Crisps. I can eat crisps like beetroot crisps and stuff like that.
This,
But I
this
don't know about
cookie tasted like chocolate.
really.
I swear to God, it was
do it.
better than
Beetroot.
normal cookies.
I'm
and
sorry.
It was like,
I couldn't.
Okay.
I don't
No,
know.
no,
Because I
it
knew it
like
was
chocolate.
beetroot.
It shit tastes like.
I don't know. Like, is it
Beetroot
like
is
mocklet
fire.
from Friends? If anyone watches Friends, like mocklet in it, like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like chocolate, but it's fake. Do you know what I mean? I don't know about that. That's again, that's up for debate.
We'll end it on mocklet, man.
We'll get a mocklet recipe going on out here and stuff. But no, honestly, Shaq, thank you so much for
Honestly, it's
for having us.
real pleasure,
One of
man.
my
Honestly,
And,
yeah.
it's been a great chat. And,
Hopefully, it's been good.
Love.
absolute love everywhere. We've got hearts flying out everywhere,
Yeah.
like you get on Instagram with the flying hearts. Everyone's doing that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Like-
So, go on, say it, bro.
But yeah, obviously catch Shaq on everything that he's doing. Hopefully follow him. Obviously, same as Iconic and everyone that we bring in.
bow.
It's all about promoting. It's all about helping us out,
Helping everyone,
helping everybody,
everyone.
helping
Yeah, absolutely.
everyone.
You help us, we help you, and all that
That's
kind of
the
stuff. Yeah,
one,
all
man.
that kind of shit.
So, yeah.
Anyway, so thank you so much for listening, for bearing with us throughout these crazy hours. And guys, you want to give like a quick shout out to yourselves before we?
Hold tight.
Shout out, mate.
Okay, sorry, I may have misphrased that. Okay, sorry.
I am Iconic on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yeah, SHAKK Music everywhere.
Everywhere,
get it.
everywhere you get your music, that's where you find these guys.
Hold tight. I accidentally got too stoned.
And you know what? If this isn't too
It's
much,
only an exclusive, by the way.
if this isn't too much to ask, so we're gonna like we did with Iconic, we're gonna ask if you have a track in mind that you would like us to play you out with.
How can I
Do you get
forget?
me?
We've
had Iconic have
we need
give
two
us
tracks. We need 2 tracks from you, like maybe even something that you can give us exclusively. That's up to
Anytime.
you. That's no pressure.
Yeah.
But we need 2 tracks so we can put it on the podcast and obviously have you in the intro.
We'll
and
have
the
a
outro
little
and stuff
tiny
like that,
little trailer for it, and then
like throughout the
obviously
break and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll get that sorted.
Yeah.
But hopefully something exclusive.
Definitely.
Anyways, thank you so much for listening. And I've been Larry, and
I've been Bobby.
Gang.
Absolutely, we'll do the fist.
Thank you.
We're all wearing gloves. We're all wearing
Check
gloves.
us out on Instagram at Packed Up Anywhere Podcast.
Hand sanitizers, masks on, and everything.
PUAPod@gmail.com.
All of that kind of stuff. Peace, everyone. Love.
Nice one.
How can I make Lamborghini dreams turn to Lamborghini wheels, huh? That really feels like it could happen to me, huh? Trapper, I'll be free, huh? Gamble and then I'll re-up. I'll put my soul up, man, can see what defeat does. 2 scoops of ice cream and it full truth be told, these rappers think they're acting in a movie role. The truth is the ugliness is loud cause the beauty's bold. And beauty isn't what you see in the news that's old. Peak stare, I am at a peak stage. Do I need fit or do I need fit?